Perfect. All right. What's up, guys? Welcome to the podcast. You know, Mind Gains X, Fresh Fit. We're live streaming everywhere, guys. I got two special guests in the house. We got Andrew Wilson, Gary the Numbers Guy. We are going to go right into it. I got him here on Zoom, guys. So, here, I can hear a little bit of an echo. You guys hear me? Oh, is that me? Let me double check. Sorry. My bad. Sorry, guys. That's my echo. Yeah. So, guys, welcome to the stream, man. Good to see both of y'all. We'll get right into it, man. Can you guys introduce yourselves?
We got a bad echo there, Myron.
Yeah. It's not for me. It might be Gary. You have your phone on?
Yeah, turn the volume off.
Yeah, it was Gary. Okay, we're good now, though.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, my name is Andrew Wilson. I'm the host of The Crucible. I'm a political analyst, a political satirist. I do debates all over the world on various topics. I'm no stranger to the Fresh and Fit podcast. Appreciate Myron having me back and hosting this debate.
All right, Gary.
My name is Gary Grinberg, aka Gary the Numbers Guy, and I'm the one who made numerology and astrology mainstream. As a person, I'm a father. Been married for 20 years, and quite frankly, I'm the only person. I'm the Michael Jordan of my game, so I'm looking forward to this.
Cool. So if you guys, and let me explain to the audience how this is going to work. So guys, we're live streaming everywhere. Subscribe to both these guys. Andrew Wilson and Gary are both streaming this as well. So multi-stream, get as many eyeballs here because this is definitely going to be a good discussion. So give you guys a little bit of the parameters of how this is going to work. Each party is going to get a preamble where they're going to state their position, what they disagree with in the other position, and kind of give you an idea of what their worldview is. That's going to be 5 minutes uninterrupted. Then we're going to get into round one, where it's going to be open dialogue for approximately 7 minutes. And then from there, depending on how the discourse goes, we'll either continue to do it that way where it's free flow conversation, or we go and do time rounds like you guys have seen me do before. So prior to us starting this thing, Andrew said he would go first. So Andrew, the floor is yours.
Yeah, so I have a prepared opening statement here for this.
And I got the timer going now.
Okay, numerology is a very old form of sorcery, much like speaking to the dead, soothsayers, dream interpreters, psychics, etc. The way all of these various crafts work is through the exact same mechanism, all of them, through misdirection, cold reading, vagueness, and universalities of outcome, meaning simply the outcome which was dubiously predicted based on the vagueness of language has a post hoc justification. Post hoc meaning an inference of a logical relationship between events after the event is done, even if the events themselves are not particularly related. Take, for instance, me, Andrew Wilson. I have made failed political predictions, and I've made accurate political predictions based around educated guesses going on around political events at the time. I, like most others, analyze evidence for a predictive model and often get things wrong. Now, there's no shame in that for political analysts. We are going to get things wrong a lot because human behavior is complicated and the systems they create are also very complicated. In the end, I'm dealing in educated guesses along with personal bias and a specific worldview, which come together to form an analysis. There isn't any magic in it at all. There's no universal push in it. There's no invisible hand guiding it. Numerology, on the other hand, seeks to utilize numbers or astrology, or both, in a unison to form predictive models. These have to be predictive models because otherwise, what good could they be? Using numerology or astrology to retroactively make predictions about things that have already happened would be pretty useless. So the only way this can even be useful is as a future predictive model. So we start with a confirmation bias. I have predicted, using post hoc justification to retroactively apply your numerology to whatever event to convince you that your predictions are solid, and then add vagueness as to the future outcome of an event in order to take credit for the said event regardless of the outcome. In other words, I predicted X thing would happen, and that gives me credibility that the future thing I predict will also happen. Why do people turn to such idiocy, you ask, when it's obvious this model can't really make predictions any better than just educated guesses? It's usually because of gambling. There aren't any gematria followers, numerology professionals, etc., that I've seen anyway, that don't seem to always have their hands in sports betting. Remember, sports are games of chance where there's an almost always higher than zero chance of getting it right. Sports bettors play odds and look for any edge to hedge their bets, and many turn to the supernatural for help in these bets because they are gambling addicts or themselves running a tiered scam for pooled sports betting. Today, I'm going to show how to easily dismantle this particular worldview, and it's very easy. In fact, the debate doesn't even really need to go on for very long. I am asking if my opponent today will make a hyper-specific prediction based on his numerology model. This is the enemy of all people who practice this form of sorcery. An experiment was developed for just this purpose to separate the wheat from the chaff. Simply, in the next 90 days, tell me an event with a high degree of specificity that wouldn't ordinarily be predicted. This can't include sports, as there's a higher than 0% chance you can just guess correctly. Give us instead specific names, dates, times, and locations for the said event, and not vagueness, which can be interpreted. Example, a man named Toady Edgar will kidnap a girl named Samantha Bright in New York City on the 7th of March. There is so much there that is predicted specifically, it would be impossible for us to cast doubt on the prediction. What is unacceptable? Somebody is going to do a bad thing in the United States around the March timeframe, and he'll have a beard and be on the run from the law. This is a chance-based outcome. You can just make this prediction with some degree of chance it'll happen just based on how many men with beards are in the United States. What Max will say, I believe, is that numerology doesn't work that way, and he can't make those types of predictions. And that's how you know, by the way, the entire thing is phony, because specificity is the enemy to the system, making it a bad predictive model, no better really than human intuition and observable behavioral patterns. So that you understand, my opponent will likely yell at and attempt to obfuscate away from this point. He'll shotgun points as fast as possible, personally probably attack me or attempt to attack my credibility. Just remember, it's all noise. Hold him instead to the specificity of a 90-day prediction, thus testing to see the actual power of the system. Ignore all the other things and watch as he over and over again refuses to do so, well, because he can't. The reason I will always have failures in the political analysis is because I have to use such specificity. Imagine, for instance, if I said things like, well, somebody's going to be president this year who will be a man. It wouldn't work very well as a predictive
10-second
model.
warning. 10-second warning.
I'm almost done. Oh, I got one sentence.
Let him have it.
Now,
Okay.
with this,
All right.
okay, so with this weapon, you can, with ease, destroy this entire ideology. Simply do your due diligence and test it.
All right. Went like 5 seconds over, but it's fine. And the way I do it is if the other party is okay with it, I'll let them continue on, and then I give that identical time to the other person. So real quick, Andrew, if you don't mind, because obviously you said a lot there, I want to summarize it for the audience that's listening in. So some of your points were you want a specific prediction within 90 days. It's all chance-based outcomes. It's sorcery, and it's typically nebulous to garner credit for future events that are almost inevitable because it's not specific. Is that fair? Oh, you're muted, Andrew.
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct? All right, awesome. Gary, go ahead, take it away, man. I'll put 5 minutes on the clock for you.
Okay. So basically, it comes down to this. It doesn't matter where you come from, what your background is. We all want to know why some guys are the richest people, why some guys have money, why some guys have looks, why some women have it all. We always want to know why that happens. And because of that, some people go into religion, and there's a lot of different religions, Christianity, Judaism, Islam. People want answers, and I was no different than anyone else. And then on 9/11/2001, my life changed. I woke up in the morning, and I thought I was watching Die Hard, the movie, when the Twin Towers got hit. And what actually I discovered was actually really, really shocking to me at the time. I started looking at all the synchronicities of that event. And it made me think, one time, okay, 2 times, maybe, but all these synchronicities, and let me go through some of these synchronicities for you. 9/11, which is probably the biggest event in human history this century, happened on the 11th. The first plane to hit the World Trade Center was Flight 11. The Twin Towers look like an 11 side by side. They both have 110 stories. And I'm like, wow. And then I saw that New York City, 11 letters. New York's the 11th state in the Union. Afghanistan, 11 letters. We attacked Afghanistan, 10/7/2001. Take away the zeros, 1721. Again, 11. So I'm looking at all this, and I'm trying to think, why am I seeing all these 11s? Am I going crazy? What's going on? But see, I was always fascinated by history. And I remembered that the Great War, World War I, ended on 11/11 at exactly 11 o'clock. Not 10:55, but exactly 11. And at that point, I didn't know what was going on, but I saw smoke and I started going looking for the fire. And then I understood that these people that we talk about that run the world, the cabal, all these people, the Illuminati, I started understanding what they were doing. They were actually using numerology and astrology against the people while they're telling the people to look into Qurans and Bibles and Torahs and Talmuds. Because they want to keep the knowledge to themselves and they want all the quote unquote sheep goyim to look at the religion. So what I basically started discovering was, okay, if this is just one thing, it doesn't mean anything. But then I found out that Al Qaeda was founded on the 11th. And then I found out Al Qaeda's 3 biggest attacks, not just in America on 9/11. They had one in Madrid, Spain on 3/11. It was called Europe's 9/11 at the time. And then they had one in Mumbai, India on guess what day? The 11th. So at that point, when you start seeing all these events happen synchronistically on the same day, you start understanding that people are actually doing stuff that other people aren't getting. And the fact of the matter is, if you take it from a mathematical statistical probability, we're talking in the millions that all that stuff would line up. So then I'm starting to think, okay, maybe it's just one thing. And then I started looking at the events. I wanted to know why some of the richest people in the world had money. And then I discovered 28's the number of wealth. Elon Musk is born on the 28th. Richest man in the world, not named Rothschild, not named Putin, not named Rockefeller. On paper, the richest man in the world, born on the 28th. But that doesn't mean anything, just one guy. But see, the guy he replaced, who was the richest guy in the world last decade, was Bill Gates, born on the 28th. And then you start looking at the list of the richest people in the world, and you see 3 of the 7 richest guys are born on the 28th. And you start going down the list like, okay, what is going on? And then I got this Rolex on. I challenge anyone watching right now to pull up ads on Rolex, and you're going to see every time they have a commercial, they have a 28 in the logo. So at that point, you have to understand that numbers symbolize vibrational energy that we cannot see, that we cannot hear. And it's basically, if you believe in a God, it's the prime creator's language. It doesn't matter what you believe in. Understand that people who rule over us believe in this. And you have to understand that if they believe in this, it's something that you have to look out for. It's something that you have to look into before you dismiss. You know, when I look at certain numbers, they mean different things. If someone's born on the 5th, 14th, 23rd, there's a high chance they're going to be extremely good looking because 5 is the number of looks. And you don't have to take my word for it. See, that's the thing. I don't ask for faith like these Christians and like these Muslims. I don't ask for your faith. I ask for your logic. I ask for you to show common sense. Go on your Facebook accounts or whatever it is and start looking up all your friends.
10 seconds.
4th, 15th, 16th, and you will see this for yourself. And I'll pass on, and I'm looking forward to the rest of this.
All right. Cool. So, Gary, real quick, if I could summarize your argument for the audience, and I'll kind of just summarize the whole preamble before we get into the actual formal debate. And by the way, guys, quick little housekeeping. If you guys are first time here, subscribe to these 2 gentlemen, okay? Andrew Wilson, Gary the Numbers Guy. Subscribe to them on YouTube. They're on all the platforms. Obviously, like the video if you're watching on YouTube or on Myron Gaines X. And yeah, we'll get into the next one. So let me go ahead and summarize. So Andrew's preamble was basically you want a specific prediction 90 days. It's all chance-based outcomes. It's sorcery. And then Gary's was there are connections that are inevitable concerning 9/11. You used the event of 9/11 to substantiate that, and you gave many different instances where 11 came up. Then you talked about the number of wealth, Elon, Bill Gates, and then basically that numerology, religion is a grift to keep people from the power of numerology. Would that be fair to say, Gary?
Correct.
All right. We'll go on to
round 1. And I will be making those predictions later on, no doubt.
Sure. Okay. Awesome. We got that summarized. Chat, I hope you guys are enjoying it. These are obviously 2 really bright guys, so sometimes I have to just distill it for the people that might have just walked in. So I'll turn it back to Andrew for round 1 of the actual debate. It's going to be 7 minutes open dialogue, chat. So go ahead, guys. Timer's on.
Yeah, Gary, can you make a hyper-specific, based on my testing model, can you make a hyper-specific prediction?
No doubt.
Hang on. Let me ask the question.
Mm-hmm.
Can you make a hyper-specific prediction for us, which would include names, dates, times, place?
No problem, my friend.
Okay, can you go ahead and do that and show us the method for doing that?
But let me talk a little bit so I can explain the methodology to it. We're going to start with astrology. And I don't do astrology like these women tell you Mercury is retrograde. I don't do that. I focus on something, the Chinese astrology, the Vietnamese astrology, because it's much more accurate. And in Vietnamese astrology, there are 12 signs, and every sign has an enemy. Okay, and we'll go down to it. The snake is enemies with the pig. And in January 2000, on January 29th this year, the year the snake starts. So what does that actually mean? That means the people who are born in snake years, like Kai Cenat, are going to take over. That means people who are born in snake years are going to actually be the top stars in 2025. But also means something else. This is something you're going to enjoy. It means that some people are going to be in their downfall. And people born in 1983, 1995, like XQC, Logan Paul, it's going to happen this year that they're going to have major downfalls. I'm making that prediction right now. They will have awful years.
Hang on.
Let me finish you. And then I'm going to make this prediction right now. Elon Musk will be thrown out of the Trump administration by the end of 2025, because Elon Musk is born 1971, the year of the pig. This is the year of the snake, and he will get humbled. And you're going to see how this system works, because I'm going to love seeing this replayed by the end of the year. That is a specific prediction. Elon Musk, the richest man in the world, will be thrown out of the Trump administration in 2025. Do you need anything any more specific, sir?
Yes. So the thing is that what you're doing is, and this is a parlor trick as well. You're taking known celebrities like Logan Paul, people like this. You say, well, they're going to have some trouble this year. Well, yeah, again, you're hiding in the vagueness. And when you say things like Elon Musk will be thrown out of the Trump administration,
that's a specific prediction, sir.
Hang on. I didn't even interrupt you, dude. Just calm down. So anyway, when you do this, you live in the vagueness. When you make a political prediction like this, right, there's enough background where I think that most people are making the affirmative political prediction that Trump may get thrown out of office. What I'm asking you for is not for that. I'm not asking you for to give us knowns. I'm asking you to give us unknowns. So what I'm asking for is if you can give us a hyper-specific prediction based on people you don't know and events that we would ordinarily be unable to predict.
How exactly do you want me to take Joe Schmo off the streets? How's that going to prove anything? No one knows who he is. We have to take
that
people.
That's why it would be the proof.
But we don't know. How are we going to prove that? We're going to say the guy next door is going to have health issues?
Numerology can't make a prediction that
I don't know the man's birthday. How am I supposed to do that?
Hang on. I'm not out even if you can't specifically name the people, you could say something like, okay, a father. His daughter in New York on this day. It's going to be a big news story. They're going to get kidnapped. Blah 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 blah. You could do it. You could do it that way. Well, then what? So then, how does numerology do anything except give us? Hang on. Let me ask the question.
Go ahead.
How does it give us anything other than what I call what is called post hoc justification? You retroactively go back. And through vagueness, you make a justification for the vague thing that you said. This makes it a not very good predictive model because all you're doing is going with a political trend. Most of the political trends say that Elon Musk will likely be thrown out of the Trump administration. And then when it comes to the polls, you just very vaguely said, well, Andrew, bad things will happen. So how about this? Mm-hmm. Tell me the specific bad thing and date it will happen on.
You want exact dates?
Yes.
What do you think? I'm psychic?
No.
No one claimed I was psychic, sir. No one claimed. So, you want me to predict when someone's going to get a heart attack? I'm not God, sir.
So then
this is not how this works. I'm not going to give you the lottery numbers, sir. This is not how that works.
So how does it work?
What I can tell you is
you're yelling really loud, man. Calm down.
If you short Tesla stock, you're going to make a bag because Elon Musk is in his enemy year. It's very simple, sir. You just have to understand some people know when their peak is going to hit and when it's not. So you were talking about sports betting, sir. I like how you talked about that because you know the only real prediction about sports betting is if you win. And sir, I got thrown out of a casino in Atlantic City for winning $1.2 million in a year off sports betting, not blackjack. I'm not here to sell you fantasies that you can beat blackjack or you can beat some card games or you can do some garbage like that. I'm not going to tell you that. But what I will tell you is this. You can take someone's birthday and find out if they're going to have a good year or a bad year. Good day or bad day. No, I can't predict if someone's going to die on a certain day, sir. I'm not that skilled. And no numerologist in history ever has. I'm telling you my limitation.
Is anybody ever allowed to talk except you?
Well,
So
you
here's
you
the
just were
so
talking for a while,
I
sir.
barely said anything. So anyway, so
You're
back
you're you're,
so
you're basically trying
so
to
back
box
to
me
the
in a corner.
you still refuse to allow me to speak. So anyway, back to this. If it's true that you can only make a vague prediction that, well, I don't know, Jake Paul, bad thing going to happen to Jake Paul this year, a vague prediction, right? Anybody can make that vague prediction. Also, people who do not utilize numerology in any way, shape, or form also, I'm sure, won $1.2 million in casinos around the same time you did. As not, you are using a correlative fallacy and saying that because I won X amount of money, this is due to my system of numerology. However, other people win money and use no such system of numerology.
Very few people, sir.
So therefore,
Very few people win that type of money.
Okay, so anyway, so therefore it's set up in the no, professional gamblers do win that kind of money. And
That's
the thing is it is set up in such a way as for you to make the confirmation bias, post hoc justification. No, I won this money, not because I win it the way other people do by using sports predictive models. Rather, I use this numerology system that other people don't use and also win money. When you talk about celebrities like
warning.
Jake Paul or Logan Paul or people like this, I want the specifics. And if your model can't predict that, why can't it? Why can it predict that bad thing will happen to them, but cannot be specific about when the bad thing will happen? Why can't it? Why?
Because this system isn't based on what you believe in, what you want to believe in. It's
10
based off of
seconds.
logic and sense, sir. That's why. See,
Okay,
you don't
show me
make
the
the rules
logic.
here. You don't actually make the rules here. Here's basically how it works. Donald Trump is born 6/14. Donald
Just
Trump
7 minutes, guys.
is a strong military president. Do you agree that? Would you agree with that?
No.
You don't agree that Donald Trump is strong with the military and a conservative?
Real quick, guys, before we go into because I see we're going into another thread here. We just hit the 7 minute mark. I think given the nature of the conversation for me observing it, I think it's best to go to rounds. But what we'll do, since the nature of your guys' debate style is kind of to question each other, how about this? We'll go 120 seconds, 60 to 120 seconds uninterrupted. And that way it could be more of a rapid fire back and forth. So you guys still get to enjoy that dialogue without having to feel like you're getting cut off. Fair?
Whatever you think.
You guys are
is
okay
good.
with that? Just me. This is me observing from a totally objective way. So what I'll do is we'll go into round two. Do you guys want 120 seconds or 60?
120 is fine.
You cool with that, Andrew, or do you want less?
Sure.
Okay. So Andrew, I'll turn it to you. I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock, and if you're done, and you yield your time, just let me know so I can let Gary have it, and I'll give you a 10-second warning. Go ahead.
Notice how I said in my opening statement that it is through vagueness that these people operate, and the reason that they can only do it through vagueness is for the post hoc justification. He says to use logic, but that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm a logician. And so what I'm doing is I'm applying a fallacy, and the fallacy is a ad hoc justification fallacy. So it's actually fallacious thinking in and of itself. What he's doing is retroactively going back and saying, see, I made this prediction, I was right. But what was really the prediction? The prediction is bad thing going to happen to celebrity you know, but just think of it from a chance perspective. Bad things are almost inevitably this year going to happen to most celebrities. They may not even be catastrophic. Remember, he didn't say it's a catastrophic thing which is going to happen. He didn't say that it was career ending. He didn't say anything he didn't give you a single specific, just kind of bad thing going to happen. Why can't this model associate, if it can make a prediction like that, why can't it give you specifics? And if it can't, then it's a really bad predictive model. That intuition itself and predictive prowess should be able to trump with ease just based on following the career of this particular celebrity. If he can give you nothing better, no specific, no date, no time, if it's catastrophic, non-catastrophic, the specific of what catastrophic means, the model is worthless, right? And there's no reason for anybody to follow it. Why would you ever follow such a model? It's insane. With that, I'll yield my time.
All right, that was 1:30, so I had 30 seconds on the clock. Go ahead, Gary. I'll put 2 minutes on the clock for you.
When you look at statistical analysis, which is mathematics, you can apply that to anything in life, including numerology. And when you start looking at history, that's the best way to tell the future. 2025 is 2025, a universal 9-year. The year adds up to 9. We are also in the year of the snake. So we can go back in history and say, okay, what has happened in past year of the snakes that added up in 9? Well, we can go back to 1953. 1953 adds up to a 9 in total. That was the year of the snake, and we had a truce in the Korean War. It ended. Then we can go back to 1989, the year of the snake that added up to a 9. The Berlin Wall came down. So I can make a prediction in 2025, which is a universal 9 year, that wars will end based off what I have just shared with you guys now. So I can make a prediction right now that the war in Ukraine and the war in Gaza will end in 2025 because it's a universal 9 year and a snake year. And I've shown you the past correlations. So whatever this man says, it's all nonsense because you can go back in the past and see if this stuff works. So I am making specific predictions, sir, that the war in Ukraine will come to an end in 2025 and the war in Gaza will too. And with that, I'll yield my time, sir.
Yeah. So again, look at what's being done here, right? So he says, I can make a prediction that wars, which political and analysis already is making the prediction is going to end in 2025. That Zelensky is already suing for peace. That the likelihood that when Trump comes in the administration, he's going to sue for peace between these two nations. It's a very easy prediction to make. Many political analysts are making such predictions. But let me remind you that there's still no specifics. How will it end? Is Trump going to be the architect of how it ends, or is one side going to win over the other, or is one side going to surrender, or is there going to be a weapon shortage and that ends it, or? Simply making the vague generalization of it ending. And by the way, there's not even a specificity of what he means by end. Does he mean, oh, it's going to ramp down and then retroactively and post hoc say, well, see, I predicted it was ramping down. And so it did technically end. How about even specifics there? When it ends, what's the date going to be? I don't know. How is it going to end? I don't know. What's the mechanism for how it ends? I don't know. Okay, well, when you say end, does that mean all troops will be gone and out of there? I don't know. Does that mean, what does that mean? What does that even mean? Like, it doesn't really tell us anything. It's inside of this vagueness where all of this lies and why it can't be trusted. It's no different than me making, right now I could say, okay, well, my prediction as a political analyst is that it likely won't end. It'll probably go on for another year or two, right? Because it's not going very well, blah, blah, blah. I could say all of this. I'm just saying I can, right? And it's in the specificity is where I would really be wrong or where I'd be right. Where are these specifics? They're nowhere. They're nowhere. And this is why it is that this cannot be a trusted system as a predictive model. It's too vague, too vague. And then you can just retroactively go back and say, but based on this, I can say, well, this war ended and this war ended and this war ended. And it's like, well, yeah, wars end. That's how they can't be sustained forever. Trump also being an anti-war president seems like a pretty good bet. All right, go ahead.
Okay, real quick. So just so I can recap, because I see that the views are coming up and a lot of people joined in the middle. If you guys don't mind me doing a quick recap.
Of course.
If you're just joining the stream, guys, welcome to the stream. We have Gary, the numbers guy, and Andrew Wilson having a fantastic debate on numerology and astrology. We started with a preamble where they both gave their positions. Andrew's position is numerology and astrology is sorcery. It's based on chance outcomes, and it is not specific. Gary retorted with the number 11 and how things are connected and how it's irrefutable to see all the connections from certain events. Then we went into round one, which is a 7-minute open dialogue where Andrew asked Gary to make a specific prediction. Gary made the prediction that Trump will get rid of Elon before the end of this year. And then we just completed round 3 just now. They're going back and forth with in regards to specificity. So, Gary, I'll give it to you, and I think this is going to be the top of the 4th round here, if I'm not mistaken. So
I'm gonna respond to what he says.
Okay, I got 2 minutes on the clock.
See, when it comes down to this, people who think like this, they always want more and more and more. They can't find a better system than what I'm doing in the predictions I'm putting out there. But if it's not like, oh, if I can't get it to the decimal, I must be wrong. So I'll give you an example of how this works. I can predict what team is going to win a game, okay? He wants me to predict how many points, how many assists, how many steals someone's going to have. If not, that's not valid. Sir, that might not be valid to you specifically. But for people out there, that's enough. And here's what I'm going to say about everything else. Numerology is basically math. Men lie. We both know women lie. but numbers never lie. And the fact of the matter is this: if I make a prediction, I make a mistake if it's not right. The numerology is not wrong. That practitioner makes the mistake, not the numerology itself. I gave specific predictions that the war would end in 2025. Now, we're just here, and you haven't heard me before, but I said this last year, and I said the year before that. I said Trump would win in a landslide. I said all this stuff, and it all happened, okay? It's very simple. What I'm telling you is going to go on next year is, specifically, people who are born in 1989, 2001, 2013, they will have positive years because snakes do well in snake years. Now, people who are born in 71 are going to have off years. Justin Trudeau, born 1971, the year of the pig, has just announced he is resigning as Prime Minister of Canada. If you understand how the system works, he is born in the pig year. This is coming a snake year. He is going to lose his power in his enemy year. Guess what? That's not the only time in history that happens. You have to do the homework. You can't be lazy like this individual, say, oh, it doesn't say this.
2 minutes.
He doesn't know anything about numerology.
Fair enough. So real quick, Andrew, we just completed 3 rounds here. Do you want to take a break to read your super chats and I do the same on my end, and then we get right back into the 4th?
Can we do one more follow up very quickly?
Okay, so we'll go on
60 seconds each, maybe.
We could do the full 2. We'll have a super chat break after this one then. So I'll put 2 minutes on the clock for you, Andrew. Guys, get your chats in now while you can. But yeah, go ahead, Andrew. I'll put 2 minutes on the clock, and then this will be the top of the 4th round.
So notice again that this is a rhetorical flourish, but it doesn't really tell us much. He says, guys like this, well, they want you to put it to the decibel. No, I didn't ask you to put it to the decibel. I just asked you for a little bit more clarification on what these terms mean and what you're actually predicting here so that you can't hide in the vagueness, and he refuses to do so. And the reason is because he can't do it. And the reason he can't do it is because this predictive model doesn't predict shit. He says, I can predict who can win a game, but I can't give you any specifics about the game. Yes, of course, it's a game of chance. It's a game of chance. There's 2 teams, and because there's 2 teams, you always have a less than 0 chance of winning. Any fucking idiot on planet Earth knows this. He says, men lie, but numbers never lie. Well, numbers aren't things. They're metaphysical concepts. Since they're concepts, they're conceptual only. They require an interpreter, so of course, it's only the person who's going to lie. However, the interpreter can also just be wrong, and often interpreters are just wrong about the things that they correlate with numbers. He says people born in 1989 will have positive years. How's that quantified? All right, is he saying that nobody who was born in 1989 is going to have a non-positive year? No one's going to get diagnosed with cancer? Nobody's going to get divorced? Nobody's going to lose their children? Nobody's, you know what I mean? Like, the list goes on and on and on of all the bad things that I guarantee you are going to happen to a lot of people who were born in, 1989 and above. Guarantee it. So specifically who? Well, he can't tell you that either. He's just making a vague generalization, and then he's going to give more of the post hoc justification. How hard could it possibly be to be a little bit more specific than that? Does that mean no one's going to get cancer born in those years? No one's going to lose their children? No one's going to have the worst year of their life who was born in those years? Of course he's now going to have to say, well, of course not. Some people are. I'm just saying that, like, vaguely, generally, more people than not won't. And so it doesn't tell us shit.
All right. Gary, I'll turn it back to you, and this will conclude the 4th round after you go.
Kanye West and Tom Brady, both born 1977, the year of the snake. Tom Brady got his big break when a Hall of Fame quarterback named Drew Bledsoe got injured in 2001, the year of the snake. He took over as the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots and won a Super Bowl that year. That started his run of being the best quarterback in NFL history. Kanye West, born 1977, was a nobody in 2001 until Jay-Z's producer had to leave. For whatever reason, they were doing the blueprint, and Jay-Z's producer had to leave, and he hired Kanye. And after that, that's what sprung Kanye on his road to success. So we have 2 individuals who are megastars, born 1977, who made it big in 2021, snake to snake. And, they also made the same mistake. They married the wrong woman. Now watch this. Let's see how interesting this is. And guess what? Do the mathematical percentages on this, Andrew. I'd love that. Kanye West married Kim Kardashian, born 1980. Whoops, didn't work. Tom Brady married Giselle, born 1980. Whoops, didn't work. So we have two people who are megastars in their chosen fields, who are both born in snake years, who both made it big in snake years. And guess what? They both chose a woman born in 1980, and their marriages failed accordingly. So you could say there's nothing to that. But what I would tell you is take the statistical probability that two of these guys born in 1977, year of the snake, made it big in the year of the snake, and that is my whole system. My system tells you this. No, I'm not going to predict what billions of people are going to do. I don't know billions of people, but what we can do is we can see the people who are in the spotlight, and we can use them as an example. And the examples I just gave you, you can't refute.
All right. Had 10 seconds more on the clock there, but I will go ahead and turn it back to Andrew. But we'll read some chats real quick. Quick super chat break.
Yeah. I'll mute my end.
Yep.
And flip screens and
sure.
just
I'll mute my end
hear
too.
you. So just kind of whisper in my ear when you're ready.
Yeah, I'll mute myself on this thing too. Okay, so chat. We got here. Let's see. We got 503 GT. My favorite people, you men have been the most influential mentors these last couple of years. This is a bonus round. Let's go. Appreciate that, my friend. Everblazer says this will be the greatest debate in 2025. Gary, if you come at the king, you best not miss. Everblazer. Gentile says with the 100 says Gentile donated. Appreciate that, bro. We all are. Sizderen says Myron is literally a 22 life path master builder and was born on the first, meaning is a good debater and has natural leadership skills. Can you talk about this for a bit, Gary? Okay. I'll mention that to him. We need a show with Andrew, Gavin McGinnis, and Elijah Schaefer with Myron. Yeah, I'll go ahead and reach out to Elijah for that. Gentile again. Myron, this is off topic, but the Wolf guy's been talking smack about you in his space line on your name calling card. Bro, dude, he's a nobody, Gentile. Like, bro, these Twitter anons are fucking losers, bro. Who cares? Dude has like 1,000 followers. Who gives a fuck? How's this guy? How's the Jay going? Andrew, a new boyfriend for wife, then impregnated her by chance, expecting mulattoes. Hail Odin. What? I don't even know what that means, bro. Okay, Iron City Dollar, appreciate that. And guys, from this point forward, man, I'm gonna read only 20 and up. That way we just don't derail. How did this debate come about? They were talking on Twitter, guys, and they asked for a moderator. I said, fuck it, I'm cool with both of y'all. I'll moderate it. No problem. So that's kind of how it is. Just making a numerology fact. Gary is, let me go ahead and unmute this part. This guy says, just making a numerology fact. Gary's retarded as fuck. Also, Myron, thanks for the amazing value. It's still my life. Finding this podcast has been a blessing. Just wish you guys were around 10 years ago because I would have had so many different choices. It's okay, though. I'm backing the way up. And Gary, they asked a question here for you. And a lot of people here were bigging you up too. I just had you muted. You didn't hear it. But one guy said, he said something about, okay. He says, Myron's literally a 22 life path master builder and was born on the first, meaning he's a good debater and has natural leadership skills. Can you talk about this for a bit, Gary?
Yeah. Myron is a 22 life path, and 22 is known as the master builder. I can give you examples of either you're a 22 in total. And do you mind if I put your birthday out there, Myron?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, he is born 2/1/1990. 2/1/1990 adds up to 22. So if you're born a 22, if your total number adds up to 22, or you're born on the 22nd, you're a person who builds other people up. Example, George Washington started America. He's born on the 22nd. Vladimir Lenin started the Soviet Union. He is born on the 22nd. So these are people who build things, whether they're architects, whether they build buildings, or like Myron, he builds other men up. So I think that describes Myron to a T. He's a 22. He builds up other people. He built this podcast out of nowhere, and it's wildly successful. This is what they do. Now, if you want me to go a little bit deeper, Myron.
Oh, no, it's okay. I don't want to derail the debate. It's just that because this guy asked, and so I figured I would, put out
Myron's also very into physical fitness. If you check, a lot of bodybuilders are born on the 22nd. People who are born in horse years or Myron are workaholics. Myron would agree he's a workaholic. Who's another person who's a workaholic? Kobe Bryant, born 1978, the year of the horse. And you know what else about them? They're extremely principled people. Principles and morals matter more to them than money. That's why Warren Buffett, who's born in the year of the horse, still lives in the same house he had in the 1960s, even though he's worth $100 billion. Myron, do you care about money?
No.
Exactly.
No.
Thank you.
All right, fair enough. Okay, so Andrew, I'll turn it back to you if you can hear me, and we'll get back into the next round, and you can kick it off. I think this is going to be round 5, if I'm not mistaken, 4 or 5, but I think it's 5. Gary, can you hear me, Andrew?
I can hear you, yeah.
Okay, yeah, brother. So we'll turn it back to you because you went first last time. I'll put 2 minutes on the clock, and let me know.
Yeah, let's go ahead. So again, so what happens here is we draw multitudes of unrelated events and then kind of pretend, again, post hoc or ad hoc justification, whichever way you want to phrase it, that these things are interrelated and that we can make a predictive model based on them. But remember this, like I said in my opening statement, here we are still very vague on specifics, not really giving any specifics, but pretending like he's giving specifics. So, for instance, he says to Myron, here's the predictive model of your entire life based on some numerology nonsense that he came up with. But when I asked him a specific question, which was about people who he claims are going to have a good year based on their year date, are any of these people going to get cancer? Any of them going to have the worst year of their lives? Are any of these people going to go bankrupt? Are they going to get divorced? Are they going to have catastrophic things happen to them and look back and say, this was the very worst year of my life? He didn't actually answer that question.
Elon Musk will have the worst year of his
Okay, yeah,
life
so
in
anyway, so
1971.
it's not
Thank
your
you.
turn, bro, not your turn.
I'm pointing it out there.
Yeah, okay, anyway.
I'll give you 10 extra seconds. Go ahead.
That's not my question. My question isn't if Elon Musk is going to have a bad year. You're claiming everybody. It's everybody's good year. Everybody who's born in these years is going to be their year. So I'm asking about this everybody, this general statement of all. Are many of those people going to have the worst year of their fucking life, or aren't they? The answer has to be yes. You're going to have to say yes, and that's going to cripple your predictive model immediately. So are they or aren't they?
Okay.
Please just answer yes or no, bro.
People who were born
please.
in 1971, 1983, 1995, 2007 will have some of the worst years in their life in 2025. That is specific. I do not know if they're going to have a heart attack. I do not know if they're going to break their leg. I don't know things like that because I'm not psychic, sir. But what I will tell you is they will have a bad year, whether it be finances, whether it be family. It doesn't matter.
None of them are going to have a good year?
Negative.
Not a single one's going to have a good year.
I would say 95% will.
Okay, based on what? Where did we come up with 95%? You just made it up, right?
No, it's not made up. I've been doing this for 20 years, sir.
So,
okay,
so tell me mathematically, walk me through how you got to 95%.
95 because 95% of the people in their enemy year usually get hit, and that's how it works.
That doesn't tell me anything. That's an assertion. Show me the math.
The math? Okay, yeah. I'll be more than happy to show you the math.
No, show it to me now. Show it to me right now.
How am I supposed to show you the math?
It's your fucking model. Just show me the math for why 95%.
For who do you want me to show?
You said 95. Yeah, 95%.
So people who are born in 1994 had bad years in 2024. People who are born in dog years had bad years in dragon years. You want an example? Sure. John Zerka fell off the face of Earth, and he's born in the year of the dog. Dr. Disrespect got hammered this year, and he's born in the year of the dog. How many people do you want me to go through, sir?
If I go through counter, so hang on, I just want to make sure I got this clarified.
He still has 30 seconds, Andrew. He still has 30 seconds.
This is how we're going to do this.
Okay.
This is money.
Okay.
This is what I'm going to tell you. Put your money where your mouth is, Mr. Christian.
Okay.
We go out in the streets, and we go up to random people. And every time I'm wrong about giving that random person a reading, I'll give you $1,000. Every time I'm right, you'll give me $1,000. You will be broke within an hour. And I'm willing, and guess what? I'll do that with anyone watching this right now. I can read people like a book. How about we start with you, sir?
All right, 2 minutes.
Would you like to start with you?
Start
real quick. So
hang on, Myron. Just let him start with me.
Okay, I will. Do you guys want to switch this to? Seems like it's rapid fire. 60 seconds.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead. Start with.
All right, so I'm going to drop it to 60 seconds. Do you want to take your 60 minutes to respond or ask what you want to do, Andrew, before I turn it back to him because he just spoke?
No. Let him go ahead and go ahead. Tell me about me.
Okay, so let's start. Would you mind putting your birthday out there for the public?
Yeah. No. Well, I'm not going to put it out there for the public, but I did say I did give it to you.
Well, if I can't use your birthday right now, because I'm not going to put it out there unless you give me permission.
I'm giving you permission. I'm giving you permission. Go ahead.
So your birthday is 4/13/1985, correct, sir?
Yeah, correct.
Okay. So you are what we call a double 4 life path in numerology. People who are 4 life paths tend to be extremely conservative. People who are 4 life paths tend to be extremely hardworking people. People who are 4 life paths always tend to be on the conservative side of politics, just like Donald Trump, who was a 4 life path. So what you're gonna have to understand is most of the people who are listening to this right now, if your total numbers add up to 4, you're gonna be a conservative, you're gonna be a hardworking person, and you're also always gonna have to outwork other people. That's what you have to do, Andrew. You have to outwork everyone else to get anything in life. Nothing comes easy for you. Now let's go more specific. Since your birthday hit this year, money hasn't been too good, has it, sir? As a matter of fact, you've been getting your ass handed to you. Finances have been very bad since your birthday hit. So tell the truth, sir. Is that the truth or not?
No, it's not the truth.
Okay, so you're telling me since your birthday hit this year, you've been doing good with finances.
Made more money than I ever have in my life.
See, this is what I'm talking about. See, people don't. Could you actually prove that?
Yeah.
Okay, I would love to see you actually prove that. And if you can prove that and you actually have money now, then I implore you to take some of that money and put your money where your mouth is and show people that I'm a fraud.
Well, I want to let you hang on.
Hold on. Let's go out in the public.
I'm not allowed to respond or what? I thought it was 60 seconds.
Brother, let me finish what I'm saying, and then you can respond. Because you try to interrupt every time I talk, and then you take my time, then you start talking.
Yeah, so I'm going to give Andrew back 2 minutes after this, Gary.
That's fine. I'm just going to say this. Put your money where your mouth is.
We just hit 2 minutes.
Go out in the public and let's put money on this. If I can't read people, let's go up to random people and let's put it on tape.
Okay.
Let's see if I'm a fraud, sir. Are you up for it? Are you up for that challenge, sir?
Yeah, but I can just demonstrate.
Let's do it.
So
okay, so I'm going to put 2 minutes on the clock for you, Andrew, and then after this, we'll go back to 60 seconds. So go ahead.
So,
2 minutes.
So notice he does describe me very adequately with his numerology. The only problem is that I lied to him about my birthday. So I gave him false information on purpose.
So you're a liar.
Yeah, I did. I lied to you on purpose.
Gotcha.
So the thing
you
is,
did the same. You did the same.
It's my turn, sir. It's my turn.
Gary,
sir.
let me just. Gary,
it's
my
turn.
I'm sorry. You got to mute him. You got to mute him.
Okay,
Myron,
Gary,
my turn.
That
Myron.
is
My turn.
Gary. Okay,
Everything
I'm stopping
he
the
says
clock.
is disinvolved because
Gary.
you are a
So
liar.
anyway,
Gary.
I cannot make an accurate
guys,
prediction.
It's not your turn, sir. It's not your turn.
Look, Gary, I hate to mute you. I hate to mute you. Hold on one sec, guys. Calm down. I stop the clock. Let Andrew say what he's got to say, and I'm gonna give you 60 to 2 minutes, 60 seconds to 120 seconds to respond. Just let him finish his point, Gary, and then I'll turn it right back to you and give you the 2 minutes you want.
Gary is so pissed off right now because he just got done telling you how good he is at reading people, how great he is. And
so I'm starting to clock back on now, Andrew. Go ahead.
Okay. So he tailored a whole bunch of bullshit that he considered would fit with me really well. He thought that it would fit really well. Say I have a hard work ethic, that I'm conservative. This model fits to me perfectly, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. He tailored it to me. The only problem is that I had, lied to Gary, and I do this to psychic frauds all the time, and watch them give out these predictive models, which they are trying to tailor to me via a cold reading. And it turns out that no matter what date I would have given them, they would have given me the exact same thing. You just saw it demonstrated. We don't even need to go and give people thousands of dollars. He couldn't even do it with me. He couldn't. And by the way, if he'd just done basic research, he would have known that I didn't even give him the right dates. Very simple to do this. You can do this to all these guys every single day. So here's what the experiment ought to be. The experiment actually ought to be, if these predictive models work, is not that we just go up to random people, but we go up to some people who are not random as well. So we have the game fixed, and we see how close these predictions become when we have the precognitive information as to whether or not these people are telling the truth or they're not telling the truth. How much is a placebo effect versus how much is not. On top of that, let me just kind of point out how easy it was to do this to him. It's easy to do this to all of these guys because the non-predictive models that they have are always tailored to a person interpersonally. That's how they try to convince you that their models are correct.
10 seconds.
That's why I made sure to give him just a small amount of false information so he could tailor it. And then notice he's like, and it's the worst year of your life. Everybody knows it's the best year I've ever had in my life. Like, this is
2 minutes.
known by everyone. So it's so funny.
All right, Gary, I'll turn it back to you, and I'll give you a full 2 minutes on the clock. I just hit the ask to unmute yourself. I think you have to do it, Gary.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead.
Let
2
me
minutes.
make this clear. I never pretended that I'm a psychic. I never said I can look at people and read them like a book. I never said that. I need an accurate birthday. I need accurate information to work off. And if this man gives me the wrong date, I'm going to give him the wrong information. Based off the date he gave me, anyone born on that date would have a very bad year financially. But he said he didn't. Obviously, because he gave me the wrong birthday. See, he basically is a liar. This is the same thing the Muslim did to me on Sneako's program. This is what they do. They don't stand on what they say. He cannot have an honest conversation. He has to lie. Everything he said is disinvalidated because he is a proven liar right now. If he gave me the correct birthday, I would give him the correct information. But because he didn't, I couldn't. And now he's trying to say, oh, look, I got you. No, sir, you got yourself. You're now a proven liar. You're now a proven fraud. And nothing you say anymore has any value whatsoever because you couldn't even stick with the program and give me your honest birthday so you could honestly evaluate my skills at doing what I do. Read people by their birthdays. I'm not psychic. I never said I was. And if you give me the wrong birthday, I'm going to give you the wrong information. Your gotcha moment basically made you look like a fool. Congratulations, sir.
Yeah,
Right.
so this is just basic cold reading.
60
so the
seconds, Andrew, or you want 2 minutes? Now
yeah,
there's
2
back-
minutes.
2
Yeah,
minutes. All right, go
it's
ahead.
just so he says he's not a psychic, right? I'm not even claiming he is. I'm just claiming that he's using cold read methods. So I think that he would have tailored his numerology to whatever he thought would have favored the position of me.
That's your position.
It's my
sir.
turn,
That's a
sir. I
lie.
didn't interrupt you
Hold on.
once.
You just got to give him 2 minutes, Gary, real quick.
I don't
ahead.
understand why you can't let other people speak. I didn't interrupt you. So anyway, the thing is that's so interesting about it is that's how cold reading works. They tried to tailor. Notice all of the things which were tailored to me were things that would have been very plausible. He has a great work ethic. He has to work harder than other people. They're almost always conservatives. They're almost always on the right. Very typified of cold reading, and that's what's going on. He says, well, I'm not saying I'm a psychic. I'm saying that if I have the right information, the reading would have been different. But here's the thing. We do have Gary on record talking about what people should be having if their year was my birth date. Now, Gary, my birth date is 1984. Aren't you on record saying that people in 1984 also would be having the worst year of their life? Yes. So the thing is,
I did not say
no. So
that? That's lie number two. Where did I say that?
So people born 1984, you think?
I said 1983, sir. You know, you can't
You
even.
know, you said
remember single thing.
1983 and forward.
1983,
And?
1995,
Oh.
2007. It's every 12 years. See, even the people in the
I
audience
see.
that. So that's the second lie, sir.
30 seconds.
Congratulations. You're proving
30
yourself to be
seconds.
even more of a
Well, anyway,
fraud.
so
Yeah.
it was still my turn.
Yeah.
But in any case,
Don't worry. I stopped. I'm going to give you an extra 15. So you're good. Go ahead. Give me
so
extra time.
so in any case, right? I believe you said 1983 and forward.
I did that.
But this aside, he can't even contain himself. He can't even control himself because he's caught. Right? That's how cold readers get caught. They get caught like this all the time. It's very, very easy to demonstrate how they tailor to the person what they want the person to believe based on cold reading styles. And if so, you say, well, Andrew, that was dishonest. Well, the thing is like, no, it's just a trick. It's a magician's trick, like anything else. And yes, you can use a lie to serve the interest of
10 seconds.
disproving a fraud, like you would with psychics and other people like this. You'd give them false information to see if they could determine that the information was false. And if you had any type of predictive model, you could probably do that, but he
5
doesn't.
seconds. All right.
Again, sir, I'm gonna
2 minutes
make this
back on the
very
clock for
clear.
you, Gary. 2 minutes back in. Go ahead.
Again, sir, I'm going to make this very clear. I am not psychic. You have to give me the correct birthday to get the correct information out. Since you refuse to do that, that's on you. That's not on me.
Well,
You can't actually. What?
No, I was going to say, I stopped the clock. Don't worry, Gary. I stopped it. Andrew, would you be okay with giving your real birthday? So
Yeah.
we can. Okay.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
the problem is
How do we
now,
know he's not going to lie again?
I think
He's already proven a liar
I
twice,
think
Mark.
he'll be pretty honorable about it. You
Yeah,
know
but
what I mean?
the problem now with giving it is he can just tailor it how he wants to. Again, it would be
he
post hoc.
refuses to give me the information
It would be
I
post
need.
hoc justification. So the thing is like I'll give it to you, but I just want to tell the audience that now you'll have post hoc justification, and he'll say, no, I was wrong. If I'd had this information, I would have known it was the best year that you've ever had, Andrew. So here's the information that you want. My birth date, actual birth date, honestly, to you, is 1/23/84.
Okay. So Gary, I stopped your clock. You have about, almost 2 minutes. So go ahead now that you have the real information. And Andrew, thank you for that. Go ahead, Gary.
1/23/1984 adds up to 28. Sir, I'm going to ask you a specific question. I don't think you're rich, but money comes easy to you, doesn't it?
Not even slightly. I work harder than almost everyone around me.
I didn't say you don't work hard, sir. What I asked you
money doesn't come easy. No.
So are you a millionaire?
Never has my whole life.
Are you a millionaire, sir?
That's not your business. But the answer is no.
No, it's not my business.
But the answer is no.
It's not my business.
The answer is no. No, I'm not a millionaire.
Okay. So here's what it comes down to, man. People who are one life paths like to argue. This is a one life path. Argue starts with A. A is the first letter. See, the English language and gematria.
Post hoc. It's all post hoc again.
Again. This guy won't fucking.
No, you're fine.
Oh, I'm sorry. You interrupt me 8 times. I interrupt you once.
I stopped the clock.
You're crying foul.
I stopped the clock.
See,
don't worry, Gary.
This is what I'm talking about, man. This is exactly what the hell I'm talking about.
I stopped the clock, Gary. Don't worry. You still got like a little over a full minute. So
people who are ones tend to be extremely argumentative. People who are ones have that debating mental style. So it makes sense why he likes to debate. He likes to run his mouth and things like that. Attorney, first vowel A. Lawyer, first vowel A. What do? They argue the law A. So people who are ones are extremely argumentative. And another thing about this man over here, he learns things the hard way. And if I'm willing to bet, you've had some trouble probably with alcohol, sir. I'm willing to bet a lot of money on that, bro. You've had some trouble with alcohol. You've had some trouble with women in your past because you're born on the 23rd. And he definitely does travel a lot. But see, I don't even know because he could be lying about his birthday again. This is bad faith. This is all bad faith. This is what frauds do when all you had to do was give me the real birthday from the very beginning and we wouldn't even go through this stuff. But I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to say this one more time. I am not psychic. I need real information to work off. I am not out here claiming, I don't do shit like that. This is what he tries to make me out to be. I'm not that.
10 seconds.
And by the way, I'm going to make this one more point. There's about 3,200 billionaires in the world. I know 90 of them because I give them readings in numerology. People much more successful, people much richer than you, and people who have actual power in you believe in this stuff. So you're actually a peasant. It doesn't really matter what you believe.
All right. Andrew, I'll give you an extra 5 on your clock. I'll reset it. Go ahead.
Remember I said it would come down to personal insults, spurging.
After you lied.
And a bunch of post hoc or justifications, right? Guys still can't control themselves. So the thing is like, as we look at this, I just gave him the information. So what does he do? He takes known information, like for instance, Andrew Wilson drinks on stream. So he wants to correlate this. Say,
ones are alcoholics.
Anyway. So Myron, you're gonna have to mute him. The guy can't control.
Don't
himself.
worry, I'm adding time to your clock. He
literally cannot control himself. So anyway,
every time it interrupts, I add another 5 or 10. You're good.
Yeah. So in any case. I've never had problems with alcohol. I've never had to go to like some AA meeting, nothing like that. Never had a single issue. I do enjoy having a drink, but I'm most certainly not an alcoholic and never have been, though I do like to occasionally have a drink on stream. So that was wrong, right? All of the predictive models, in fact, that he would give, now that we know he's cold reading, right, it's very simple for us to just ask for specifics. Well, sir, if I am, he says these general things like, oh, I bet you've had trouble with women in the past. Who the fuck hasn't had trouble with women in the past?
Me,
motherfucker! You know what I mean?
I've been married.
Why is this guy still talking?
Hold on, guys. I stopped the clock. I stopped the clock.
I don't know why.
Don't worry.
Myron, you're gonna have to mute the mic. I can't get through it.
Yeah. Don't worry. You're getting extra time on. You still got. He interrupted. You got like another 20 seconds at it.
Yeah, but it derails if you let him interrupt. Can you just mute the mic?
Yeah,
so that he
that's
doesn't
fine.
derail?
What I'll do is I'll just mute each of you when the other person's talking from this point forward. I'll just do that just to be 100% fair. So Gary, I'll mute you. You can unmute yourself
Okay.
once he finishes. Go ahead, Andrew. You got another 120 on the clock.
Okay, great. So anyway, who hasn't had trouble with women in their past? He says, not me. I haven't been married for 20 years. Never had a problem with a woman before that. Yeah, fucking right. Every man everywhere has had trouble with a woman at some point, right? And when he says that, even that's not specific. What woman? In what context? Where? Was it a girlfriend? Was it my mom? Was it my sister? Was it my cousin's niece? Who the fuck was this woman? I don't know. I just vaguely think you might have had some trouble with a woman in your past. Well, no fucking shit, Sherlock. That's a great job, Detective Dipshit. Yes, every human being, every man on planet Earth has had trouble with a woman in their past. What an insanely accurate model. On top of that, Detective Dumbass over here also goes on to tell you that, well, wait a second, Andrew over here, he's had trouble with alcohol. Based on what? Based on the fact that somebody probably told him, well, that guy drinks on stream sometimes. So this is all total cold read nonsense. And even when you get the right date, you still get it wrong. It doesn't matter, right? You'll get it wrong because you can't predict that the wrong date was given.
20
you
seconds.
Can't get it right even when the right date is given, right? So it's all phony baloney nonsense. It always has been.
All right. I will put 2 minutes on the clock for Gary, and I will mute you, Andrew, just to be in this. To be fair, go ahead, Gary. I'll ask you to unmute. Oh, you're still muted. You have to unmute yourself.
Is that good?
Yep, you're good now. We can hear you.
Okay.
And Andrew's muted on his side.
You have to understand what this guy does. He basically is arguing in bad faith, and he's been doing it the whole time. You cannot have a genuine discussion with someone when they want to basically try to prove you're a fraud. So they go so far as to lie, as to absolutely lie. Now, how do I know people who are ones are alcoholics? Because I've been doing this for 20 years. And people who have one as their primary energy, they tend to drink a lot. And yes, I've seen a lot of people get DUIs. And yes, I've seen a lot of one life paths ruin their lives because of alcohol. That is why if that's his actual birthday, who knows, this guy's already lied so many times on stream, I can tell that ones have alcohol issues. Now, I want to make this abundantly clear. So I want to make a specific prediction for you because this clip's going to be played a lot of times over the next couple years. So the year of the pig starts February 13th, 1983, and it ends February 1st, 1984. You, sir, are born in the year of the pig. I can guarantee you the worst fucking year of your life is coming. I don't know what's going to happen if you're going to have health issues. I don't know if you're going to lose your bag. I don't know if your woman's going to leave you. I'm not psychic. But I know by the end of this year, sir, yes, you're going to be humbled, and that smug look off your face that you always have, it's going to be gone. Because you're going to understand what is going on. Numerology and astrology supersedes your Christianity, Islam, all that other stuff. Because at the end of the day, the people who are the elite, the people who run this world, they follow my system, sir, not the garbage you follow.
All right. 2 minutes on the clock for Andrew. I don't know if you guys want to go into religion here, but we'll do as many rounds as you guys feel comfortable with.
It's going to be the best year of my life. I'm sure that there will be catastrophes which happened this year, like last year, and the year before that, 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 and every fucking year that I've been alive, because that's what happens, right? People have catastrophes in their life. And that you can't account for everything, unfortunately. Perhaps a loved one will die. I've had that happen in the past. Perhaps I'll be diagnosed with a disease. That's happened to me before. Perhaps somebody else that I know will be. In fact, chances are pretty good that something bad this year will happen to me, because every single year that I've been alive, and every other human being that I'm aware of, something bad that year happened to them at some point that year. I have no idea what. However, you can't really quantify these things with a metric. They're very vague, right? He says bad thing. Post hoc justification will be, I don't know what'll happen. Perhaps I'll make a post on the internet where I say, oh man, a family member of mine died and I'm really, really sad about it and it sucks. And he says, see, I told you it's going to be the worst year of his life. They live in the vagueness. How about you ask him something specific? What? What's going to happen? I don't fucking know. How could I know? I'm not a psychic. I just make the predict. Well, here's my prediction back to you, sir, right? My prediction back to you is that all of your years of your life are going to be worse than the last year of your life. And the reason for that is because you're getting older. And every time you get older, you're going to have like back problems. You're going to have aches. You're going to have pains. And, there's going to be all sorts of different things which afflict your life. Now, I would never try to wish harm on anybody ever. And I don't wish any harm on you. And I don't wish any harm on Myron or anything like that. And I wish you much success. I don't want you to get success at the expense of other people, but I do wish you much success in your life. Ultimately, though, again, what are the specifics behind these bad things that are going to happen to me? Well, he doesn't know. What he's banking on is like me, like every other human being, has a bad event which happens in their life, and then he could then point to it and say, see, I told you. But where's the specifics? They're nowhere. And he says, well, I give readings to, I'm almost done, Myron. I give readings to multi-gajillionaires all over planet Earth, and they all follow my system. So what? Even if that was true, it wouldn't make it true. That's basic logic. Even if every billionaire followed this system, it still wouldn't make the system true. He still hasn't demonstrated the system's true. All he's done is demonstrate cold readings and nonsense and jibber jabber. That's it. They always do the same thing.
All right. So I'll add about 26 seconds to your clock, Gary. I'll turn it back to you.
One of the things to prove of how numerology and astrology works is my life. I don't have issues with women. I never did. Because I follow numerology and astrology, so I know who's compatible with me. I don't have to go through the divorces. I don't have to go through all that bullshit. I married my wife specifically based off her numerology and astrology. And we've been good for 20 years. And guess what? I married her when I was broke. I didn't have much money. Now I'm rich as hell, but I married her when I was broke. And the fact of the matter is, my marriage worked because of numerology and astrology. As a matter of fact, I've gotten a lot of people married. There's people who basically have kids because I put them together. And their marriages are extremely successful. So this is what I'm trying to tell you guys. Trust the person's life. Trust what he's doing. I'm a multi-millionaire. And here's another thing, Andrew. I was the first numerologist ever invited to the White House. I would like to see you get the same privilege as that. Yeah, it was the Trump White House, too. I'm no flaming real girl. So at the end of the day, if you want to better your life, if you want to find the right person, if you want to have kids, making sure they're healthy kids, you do things based off numerology and astrology. I'm going to leave with this. The royal family in England, for some reason, they keep having kids who are 11 life paths. The mathematical chances of any one number coming up in numerology are 1 in 9. And half the royal family is 11s, like Prince William, Prince Charles. All of these guys tend to be 11s. So again, this man has no idea what these work. He's honestly a pleb, man. And if you want me like a specific prediction about you, yeah, I wish nothing ill on you. I wish you no harm whatsoever, brother. I wish you all the luck in the world, especially you're going to need it when the snake year hits on January 29th. But you're probably going to have issues with the family. And I wouldn't be surprised if you have a divorce in your future. So we'll see how this tape works in about 2 years, my friend.
Yeah,
right.
So here's my counter prediction. Not only will I not have a divorce, that is not in my future. I can guarantee you that that's not in my future.
Okay.
But the thing is just try to remember a couple of things here, right? Again, with the lack of specificity. He says, man, you got to look at me as a model. I have a 20-year successful marriage. So do people who don't follow numerology. Many of them have 20-year successful marriages as well. Well, I put people together and matchmake with them. Okay, people who don't follow numerology also have very successful matchmaking careers. This is not proof that numerology works. All it is proof that you have had some successes and also follow numerology. That is basic logic. That is the basics of logic. So here, I'll just ask you, if I'm wrong about this, sir, can you just tell me real quick, there's 3 laws of logic. Do you even know what they are? Can you tell me what they are?
Go ahead, sir.
No, can you tell me what they are or not?
What I believe is logic is obviously very different than yours because you
There's
believe
no such thing as belief. There's no such thing as belief in logic.
I believe in supply and demand, sir.
You don't know what they are. So you don't know the laws of logic, right?
Go ahead, educate us, sir. You've been lying the whole goddamn
I just want to. I'm asking
ahead.
you a question. Do you know the laws of logic?
According to who?
There's only 3 laws of logic.
According to who?
Socrates.
Okay, so you want to put Socrates? That's your god. That's your idol. Fine.
Socrates, Plato, all philosophers who exist.
Doesn't have to be me. Philosophy isn't
so then,
actually
so then
100%.
what are those? So then, what laws of logic do you follow?
Supply and demand.
Supply and demand is the logical
sir.
laws you follow.
100%. Where
Okay.
there's a hole in the system, the
Okay.
market will come in and replace it. It's
Okay.
supply and demand. I believe in capitalism, sir. I don't believe in some fairy tale guy. Are you vaccinated, by the way?
No.
Okay. At least you're not stupid. Congratulations on that.
All right, Andrew, I'll turn it back to you. That was 2 minutes on 147 for Gary. I mean, I don't know if you guys wanted to shift it to religion, or do you guys feel like that's adequate? You guys have been going back and forth for a bit now.
I'm fine leaving it here. This is about the time I had slated for the debate.
Okay.
So let me just close in this.
Closing statements.
Can
you
we
guys
both
cool
just
with
get
that?
closers? Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, let him go first.
I'll
See what he
Well,
thought.
no, I went first. So usually when you close,
Yeah,
you
you
get
went
the last
first, so
word.
I'll close. You went first, I'll close. Go.
Okay.
No. Usually the person goes first gets the last word.
So wait a second. You want to be the guy who goes first and the guy who goes last? How does that make any sense? How is that fair?
Well,
you went first, I go last. Go, sir.
Okay, but I mean, I'm just telling you, it usually works the opposite
Whatever
way.
you say. Go, sir.
And the reason for that, well, okay, it doesn't matter. Okay, so I'll just go first.
I'll put 5 minutes on the clock for you. Is that adequate?
Yeah, whatever you want.
I'll put 5 minutes on the clock.
Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
anyway, as you go through this, these predictive, just remember this: what we're looking at is predictive models. Okay. I'm not saying that Gary doesn't believe what he says he believes. I fully believe that he believes what he believes. I would never say anything different. I don't think that Gary would say, I don't believe that Andrew believes in Christianity. I'm sure he would agree that I do. Whether he thinks it's right or wrong is a different story. Okay. So I'm not making the claim that he doesn't believe in this stuff. I'm making a different claim altogether. My claim is that as a predictive model, it's a failure because it does not pass the realm of specificity, and it does not go past the occurrence of chance. And whenever we try to get down into any type of actual specifics or clarification, anytime in this debate, and I actually had a notepad up for my audience to see the entire time so that they could see as I predicted the evasion of each time I asked for specificity. It's very simple to go through these over and over and over. You, the viewer, should remember a couple of things. The first thing is that most people who claim that they have some predictive model that nobody else has don't. And that through just a little bit of logical testing, you can compare it to just basic intuition or analysis based on evidence and find that you come to various chance encounters. We actually have predictive models based around this of people doing experiments like the Townsend experiment, for instance, where they made sure to put it up against whatever the chance ratio would be and found that it really doesn't go above chance, right? So when a person starts to say, though, things like, just look at my life versus his, this guy's a pleb, he's a nobody, blah, 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 blah. It's very Wes Watson-y type stuff, right? I'm better than you, I have more money than you, I'm smarter than you, I'm a billionaire, I advise the president, blah, 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 blah. Even if all of it's true, and I'm just going to concede that it is, that in every conceivable way, this guy is way more successful than I'll probably ever be. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean that what he's saying is correct. It doesn't mean that what he's saying is true. It just means that he's successful and also follows numerology. Also, I can point out that there's a huge amount of men who are successful who were later proven to be frauds. Lance Armstrong, all sorts of different people who were proven to have systems. Now, I'm not calling him a fraud. Again, I believe that he believes what he's saying. I'm just saying the system doesn't work. And there's a testament to how many people get rich on frauds or pyramid schemes or marketing scams or various things. Just because they have success does not mean that their system is in any way, shape, or form true. And most people bank on the fact that because you want to be like them or you want to win the big game or win the sporting events or things like this, and look at me, I've done it after all, that you will move towards that system without applying basic logic to it. Doesn't know the laws of logic, and yet he says his system is logical. It's so bad, in fact, he said that his laws of logic are supply and demand, which doesn't mean anything. It literally doesn't mean anything. It has nothing to do with logic, has nothing to do with philosophy, has nothing to do with the mathematical expression of what logic actually is. It's just zero to do with it. So all of these things, you can basically view it from a bird's eye view and recognize. When it comes to specificity, we fail over and over and over again on every metric. When it comes to logic, we fail this over and over and over again. People will often say, well, I have a logical system. How can you have a logical system? You don't even know what the laws of logic are. How can you have a system which you comparatively say is logical if it doesn't follow the 3 rules of logic? How is that even possible? Right? Well, the thing is like it's not. And you can use basic inductive reasoning to figure out very quickly this is all nonsense. And you should follow anything as a predictive model other than this, because ultimately your own intuition is probably going to lead you better than anything which is stated here. Again, let me just tell you one more time. I asked for so many specifics, and I wasn't asking even for grandiose specifics. And every single time, things like, well, you've had problems with women in your life, or you've had alcoholism problems, or you've blah, blah, blah. It's like, it's so general. It could apply to almost anybody, especially somebody who has, had a Drake on stream. You could easily try to make that correlation. That's what cold readers do. You say you've had women problems. You'll hear this from psychics all the time, say the same thing in a cold read. There's a woman in your past. Like everyone has a woman in their past, right? It doesn't really matter what it is. The vagueness is where they live. And in the lack of specificity is where they live. You, the viewer, keep yourself safe by just making sure to dial in on the specificity, and you will ultimately win. And with that, my closing statement, I have no ill will towards Gary. I'll probably never talk to him again.
That's 5 minutes.
Most people I debate, I never do. It has nothing to even do with the fact that I don't like him or dislike him or whatever. I just usually don't end up talking to people that I've debated. Sometimes I do, and it works out good, but I have no ill will. There's not going to be any harassment from me, but I am here to represent my worldview, and I feel like I did a good job.
Fair. Okay, that was 5:20 roughly. Gary, I'll give you the same amount of time as well. So I'll turn the clock on once you start going.
Andrew said that if I'm more successful, if I have more money, none of that means anything. So according to him, Michael Jordan, just because he's the best basketball player in the world and he won 6 titles, that doesn't mean anything. Just because Elon Musk has 400 billion, that doesn't mean anything. Just because Donald Trump is president of the United States, it doesn't mean anything. Because these are the top people at their profession, and he's trying to tell you all of their success means nothing. That's basically what this man just said. And he said it over and over and over. The same way you would never, why would you not go to someone, if you want a personal trainer, are you going to go to a guy out of shape like me? No, you're going to go to a guy like Myron because he looks the part. If you're going to go and you want to learn how to be a fighter, you're not going to go to some bum on the streets. You're going to go to the top people in the profession. But he's trying to tell you it doesn't matter if they're the top people in their profession. It doesn't matter what they accomplished in life. This is what this man said over and over and over. And the fact of the matter is this: people at the top of their profession know stuff that you don't. And if you're so ignorant to think that you know more than the people who are the top of their profession, well, maybe that's why you're in the position you're in right now. I'm going to make this abundantly clear. This is a virtual reality we live in. All this stuff isn't real. And guess what? The smartest people in the world back up what I say, including the CIA. So I'm going to make this abundantly clear. The only thing that works in this virtual reality, the cheat codes in this virtual reality, are numerology and astrology, not the shit you see in the yellow pages. That's not going to work. You actually have to study this. You have to put in time. You have to put in effort. You have to understand how this system works. And he said that it makes specific predictions. I said Elon Musk will be thrown out the Trump administration. I said he would have one of the worst years of his life. He wants me to predict what specifically is going to happen. All I'm going to tell you is I know that car is going to break down. I don't know if it's going to be the wheel. I don't know if it's going to be the transmission. I don't know because my system doesn't allow me to go there. Now, he's going to say my system is inaccurate because of it. Find me a better one, brother, and I'll go to you. See, I don't ask for your faith like these Christians and these Muslims. I ask you for your logic. That's what I ask you. Ask yourself why the richest people in the world are born on the 28th. Ask yourself this: Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Carlos Slim, all those people are some of the richest people in the world. Ask yourself why Vanguard, the richest asset manager in the world, was founded 5/1/1975. 0.511975 adds up to 28. These are people worth $11 trillion. But guess what? Andrew knows better than they do. They are obviously following this system. The Chinese know that 8 is the number of money. 28 is wealth. 8 is money. That's why they started the Olympic Games on 8/8/2008 at exactly 8:08 p.m. What happened? They went from the 15th biggest economy in the world to the second in a matter of a few years. These are facts that he does not want to accept. The fact of the matter is this. Go to Walmart right now, and you're going to see a whole bunch of prices that end in 8s because Walmart knows. Ask Elon Musk. He bought Twitter for $44 billion. This might be difficult for you. What's 4 plus 4, Andrew? 8. And when he started selling his Boost subscriptions in the very beginning, he sold it for $8 each. The people at the top are using this system. And I implore people, study this. I'm going to leave with this. 33 is the most influential number there is. That's why they say Jesus Christ died when he was 33 years old, because they wanted him to be associated with that energy. Look at the Wright brothers, first in flight. Look at Edison, who basically changed the world with electricity. Look at Dr. Naismith, who invented the game of basketball. 33s. When you start looking at events, you're going to see that certain numbers keep coming up over and over and over. So I'm going to ask you this. If you want to be a Bible thumper like my friend over there, more power to you. But if you actually want to do what the elite do and understand how this word works, I implore you to take your time, look into this, and understand that you never follow the crowd if you want the real truth. I yield.
All right. Good closing statements, guys. Very interesting debate. Very two different worldviews, man. Where can the people find you guys? And just so the chat knows, guys, stay where you're at. I'm going to go ahead and continue the commentary. We're going to give you guys updates on what went down with the whole terrorist attack in New Orleans. Got some updates on that. And then we'll follow this up with Money Monday on Fresh and Fit. But we're all going to shift to the Myron Gaines channel, guys, right now. So come on, shifting over on YouTube. I'll drop
By the way,
link in.
you got to do something over there about that, because I can't do raids over there. I actually asked your staff, but I've tried to send raids over multiple times
on
to
Rumble
your
or
YouTube.
Or
your
YouTube?
YouTube. Yeah, you gotta set it so that I can do that.
Okay. Are you getting off air right now too?
Yeah, I am. As soon as I shamelessly plug myself.
Go for it, man. I'll no, absolutely. I will. You want me to DM you my link, or how do you want me to go about it?
No. You have to actually go in and set it up so that other channels can send raids to you.
Okay. I'm in my menu right now. How do you do that real quick?
I don't remember. I think it's under customization.
Don't worry, that's fine. I'll try to see figure I can
But
figure it out.
but do that, because several times I could have sent many thousands of people over and I wasn't able to because you don't have that set. So
all right, I'll try right now.
Anyway, my name is Andrew Wilson. I'm the host of The Crucible. Again, I bear no ill will. My job is to represent my worldview the best possible way that I can, and the worldview of those who agree with me. So no, I have no, like bad blood with anybody. You can find me over on The Crucible, and I'm the host of The Crucible, political analyst, political satirist, and also I do debates all over the world. And I thank everybody for their time, and thank you, Myron, for hosting this debate. It's very kind of you to do.
Absolutely, man. Go ahead, Gary.
Myron, I appreciate the debate. And for all the people who know who I am, GG33, Gary the Numbers Guy, you guys know that I've been saying for a long time that 2025 is the year of the occult. 2025 is when numerology and astrology becomes even more mainstream. And what do we know? We have a debate, something I did not schedule. I never talked to Myron about this. We just happened to do this on Twitter. And we have a debate on numerology and astrology on Fresh and Fit. So obviously the energy is going exactly the way I said. I want people to understand that numerology and astrology is going to be supreme this year. Just like I told people Andrew Tate would be the top guy in the world in 2022 because he's a Tiger and that was a Tiger year. I want to make this abundantly clear. I'm going to be one of the top guys this year because I'm born in the year of the snake. This is 2025, the year of the snake. And if I'm wrong, by the end by the end of the year, Andrew will be able to call me out along with everyone else who's listening to this podcast. You can find me. Honestly, Twitter hates me, so I'm not even going to mention that stuff. But just put in GG33 Academy on TikTok on IG. I got millions of followers there, and you can also find me on YouTube, GG33Academy.com. Other than that, Myron, appreciate your time. No one in the world would have said that you would have done a debate like this even 6 months ago.
Huh.
So we're definitely into the energy, my friend.
Yeah, no, man. You guys are both my buddies, man. So obviously, I'm going to come in as a neutral and just make sure both of you guys are able to get your platforms. I think it was a very civil discussion, a little bit heated at times, but that's kind of how it goes. So and just so you guys know, me and Andrew have something probably cool coming up mid-January. So just stay tuned. And I got something with Gary as well planned, like literally the day after. So,
oh, brother, you're about to take over. Listen, Myron, do you want to announce it right now what you're about to do, or do you want to wait?
We'll wait.
Up to you.
Because I think if I think we can announce it maybe tonight or some shit.
All right, I'll see you later in the studio. I'll be coming by today.
All right, awesome. I'll see you, bro. And Andrew, thank you for coming by. And
Andrew, no ill will, my friend. I appreciate the debate. I appreciate you going hard and stuff like that. I enjoy things of this nature. And by the end of the year, we're going to see who was right. Thank you for your time.
Well, I'm not going to get a divorce, Gary. So.
But
anyway, you have yourself a wonderful day, guys. And if you don't have that set up, Myron, no worries. Just get it set up so I can do it in the future.
Yeah, I'm going to figure it out right now. So thank you guys so much. Cool. With that said, I will go ahead and end the Zoom call, chat. All right. So, chat, give me 1 second. Put myself back on camera here. All right. Okay, boom. All right. So we're back, guys. All right, guys, I need you all to do me a huge favor. Switch on over to Myron Gaines X. I'm going to end the stream on Fresh and Fit. Going to end the stream there, and we're going to go into the political commentary and updates on Myron Gaines X. So I'm dropping the link right now for you guys. I want everyone to come on over to the YouTube channel. Myron Gaines X, guys, this YouTube channel right here, right? You can literally duplicate this tab. This is how you find it. You go Myron Gaines X. This is the YouTube channel, guys, right here, live right now. This is it. Drop the link in. I'll drop the link in here again. I'm going to end the Fresh and Fit stream, chat. Ending it now. So switch on over. Fresh and Fit stream is going down now. Hold on 1 second. Okay, ending it now, guys. Dropping the link in there. Mods, spam the link in there, please. Spam the link in there for me, or the Myron Gaines one. Come on over, guys. Ending it on Fresh and Fit now. Come on over, guys. Myron Gaines X, come on over. Ending it now. All right, boom. So Fresh and Fit is done. Now we're on Myron Gaines X. Okay. So let me go ahead and get some of this stuff gone. So we are now live on Casa Club, Rumble, and YouTube, guys, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get into some of this commentary, okay? Because there are some new developments. What else? Sorry. And what I might do, actually, Rumble, guys, I think I might end the Rumble stream too, because just so I can get all of you guys over here. So Rumble, guys, I'm going to also end it on Rumble, even though I don't really want to. Fuck. Let me see here, because it's on Fresh and Fit. Yeah, guys, just come on over. Come on over to Myron Gaines X. Because the problem is, guys, I'm using Rumble Studio, and Rumble Studio won't let me. It will not, unfortunately, it will not let me switch channels. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like YouTube does. You can't run multiple streams. You're not live on the other channel. Yeah, yeah, bro. Right here. Literally live right now. Yeah, oh, you mean on Rumble. Yeah, I'm not live on Fresh and Fit on Rumble, guys. I'm only live on Fresh, sorry. I'm live on Fresh and Fit on Rumble, but not Myron Gaines X on Rumble. Not Myron Gaines X on Rumble. Okay, bye-bye. Don't use YouTube. Bro, niggas are, it's like you can't win with these people, man. It's like, look, like I said, bro, I am limited to the technology, chat. So I need you guys. Just start new stream. Yeah, I mean, I could start a new stream, but it's going to take a minute. I could start a new stream, end this one, and start a new one. But oh no, I don't think I can. Because I already started. Because guys, I'm using a whole other interface. All right, fuck it. We'll just stay on Rumble. It is what it is. We'll just stay on Rumble. Because I don't know. I don't have Bills here to help me with switching it over. That's the only problem. So, yeah, it's fine. All right, we'll stay on Rumble and YouTube. Fuck it, Rumble for. But okay, fine. I will stay on Rumble. But this is what I need you guys to do. Me a solid then. I will stay on Rumble. But all you Rumble ninjas, I need you guys to do this. If I'm gonna stay on here, I need you guys to do this. I'll stay on Rumble. But I just need one favor. All right, and that favor is to follow this channel on Rumble. I will stay on for you guys here on Rumble for Fresh and Fit, but I just need you to follow this. Follow that Rumble account. All right, for all my Rumble ninjas, fine, I'll stay on Rumble. You guys hate YouTube? No problem. The only thing I ask is that you follow this channel because after this week, I am going to be going live only on this channel, on Rumble and on YouTube. No more Fresh and Fit. It's going to be Myron Gaines X only. So follow it now, turn the notifications on. Okay, we got 4,000 you guys in here. If we go up 1 or 2,000, I'd really appreciate it. So I will not leave Rumble. Myron Gaines X on Rumble. Drop the link in there. Also, I'm dropping for the Cows Club guys. I will pin it. This is where I'm going to do all my political commentary, guys. And we still have a Money Monday for you guys. I got a 3-peat coming for y'all. Because that's just how we roll. All my YouTube niggas, here you go. Follow my Rumble channel as well. And I really hate plugging this shit like this, but I got to do this shift. So there's my Rumble channel. I will stay on Rumble via Fresh and Fit. I just ask and I pin both the channels there. Just follow my my Rumble account. So the way this is going to work, guys, the schedule is going to go this way. Let me describe this real quick before we get into this commentary. Monday through Friday, I will be going live, right? Monday through Friday, live on Rumble and YouTube, Myron Gaines X. Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. sharp, right? 5 p.m. starts, you guys are going to see this fucking thing right here. Every time. 5 p.m. sharp, y'all are going to see this, right? Then I will do political commentary, reaction videos, news, breaking news, anything like that, right? 5 p.m. every day. Then we will do Fresh and Fit at roughly 7:30, depending on when everybody gets here, right? Since I do my stream by myself, I can actually start on time. So we will do Fresh and Fit at around 7:30. Then the after hours. So you guys are going to be getting 3 streams a day, Monday through Friday. Okay, well, 3 streams on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Tuesday and Thursday, you guys get 1 stream. Does that make sense? So I go independently live Monday through Friday. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I also do Fresh and Fit. Cool? That's how we're going to do it. That is the schedule. Okay? Monday to Friday, 5 p.m. Tuesdays and Thursdays, 1 stream. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 3 streams. Myron Gaines X, Fresh and Fit Money Monday, Womanizer Wednesday, or Fitness Friday. And then after hours. 3 shows Monday, Wednesday, Friday. 1 show Tuesday and Thursday. It's a lot of work, but we're going to do it. And then Fed Reacts will still continue to be on Sundays. I got y'all niggas. So in other words, nothing changes, chat. Absolutely nothing changes with Fresh and Fit. It's going to be the same. Completely the same. The only difference is at 5 p.m. you will get an extra fucking stream. That is only me. Nothing changes with Fresh and Fit. And I hate to repeat myself, but people ask me the same questions constantly in the chat. Right? Monday through Friday, 5 p.m., Myron Solo, Myron Gaines X. 7:30 p.m., Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Fresh and Fit. Fresh and Fit after hours, 10:30 start, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So today you guys are going to get 3 streams. Cool? Give me ones in the chat that all makes sense. You guys know, understand the schedule. I know it was a lot of it was confusing for a bit, but that's what we're gonna do. That is how this is gonna work. Give me ones in the chat if this all makes sense. Also, while we're at it, if you're watching this on Rumble or YouTube, follow my Rumble channels, pinned at the top for both. Okay, we just gained 100 followers just now. Keep going, guys, and then we got to get this account to 100. We got to get this one to 200K, and we got to get this one to 100K. Yes, I am going hard in the paint, guys. I am going extremely hard in the paint. This is our fucking year, right? And you guys are probably wondering, Myron, why are you going so hard? As you guys know, we are probably one of the most bashed, hated, and envied YouTube channels on the platform, right? Every other day, no, not even every other day, every day, someone is making a hit piece on us. It's fucking crazy. There's probably at this point thousands of hit pieces on us on YouTube, literally, from big channels all the way to small channels. And when people talk shit about you for years, right? I've ignored it. No big deal. It is what it is. So now, since these assholes always want to talk, what I'm going to do is, I'm not going to mention you losers by name unless you're bigger than me. No clout for you bum-ass niggas. You're only going to get mentioned if you're bigger than me. So Innocent Reach, I'll name you losers all day. Right? Everybody else, y'all getting no clout. And I'm going to prove everyone wrong. Because one thing that I love is when people think that the chips are down and we're finished. There's been so much talk about us being done. There's been so much talk about us being fucking stupid. We fumbled the bag. And I actually made a community post about this earlier today, which I'll show you guys before we do this commentary. Because men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? So we go to Fresh and Fit here, the channel. How the hell do you look at community post? Oh, there we go, boom. So here's the receipts, right? And I'll go ahead and read this for you guys. 50 plus YouTube channels hating on us always say this. Fresh and Fit fumble the bag. Fresh and Fit are done. They are demonetized. They are breaking up. Really? Here's some receipts, and that's just from one of our accounts. This also doesn't take into consideration money made in crypto, real estate rent, and real estate appreciation of my 21 properties. This is why I still do Money Mondays despite the fact it gets the least views. I want you guys to win too, and I genuinely feel that from the bottom of my heart, because Money Mondays, guys, is our least viewed playlist. But when you guys come up to me and say, thank you so much, you've helped me with my credit. I've literally had thousands of people tell me, thank you, you've helped me with my money. That is why I keep doing it. Because mindless entertainment is good and all, but I want you guys to make money. I want you guys to be successful. If I have to deal with less views, not getting pushed in the algorithm as much, fuck it. I don't care. I want you guys to make money. I want you guys to be providers. I want you guys to be able to look any woman in the eye and say, I don't fucking need you. I want you guys to be able to take care of a family. I want you guys to be able to have children and not have to worry about your woman cheating on you or working. I genuinely do believe this. I try to lead by example. There's a reason why I have Angie. She helps me. She don't work. She doesn't answer to no man. She answers to me. I want you guys to experience this. And I truly mean that from the bottom of my fucking heart, guys. Because, to be honest with y'all, from a financial standpoint, for us, and a time standpoint, it doesn't make sense for us to do Money Monday if we're going to look strictly at numbers. But I don't give a fuck about that. If I could change one fucking person's life financially from these streams, it's worth it. It's worth it. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't. To everyone wishing on our downfall or said we fell off for being too controversial, stop lying. We're 100% independent and don't need YouTube revenue. You guys know this. We've been demonetized for almost 2 years now. We got demonetized in August of 2023. That's why I can say whatever the fuck I want to say while you're censoring yourself like a coward for your YouTube slave masters. All the YouTube channels that talk shit and say we fumbled the bag and shit like that. Oh, Myron's a racist. He's an anti-Semite. He's wildin', bro. He put a hood on. He's crashing out. He's wild. He's racist. All those niggas that say that shit, they say it because they can't actually do the shit that I say. They can't say the shit that I say, and they can't do the shit that I do. Because I can't be bought. You understand? When you can't be bought, people hate that. Right? So what do? They rationalize their pussiness by saying, I'm stupid and I crashed out. So I'm not going to lose my revenue income like this idiot. To cope with the fact that they're fucking cowards. They won't step up and talk about what's going on in Gaza. They won't step up and talk about how this country's run by a certain class. They won't step up and tell you guys the truth about historical events like the USS Liberty JFK. They won't tell you guys about the vaccine. They won't tell you guys about the shots, the beer bug virus, the election, January 6th. They won't talk about any of that stuff. Race realism, etc. So how they cope is they say, you messed up the bag by doing the shit that you did. Did I really? What does this show here, guys? Oh, this looks like what? Almost 3 million? In the year of 2024? Almost 3 million? And that's just one fucking account? Are we finished? Does it look like we're demonetized, motherfuckers? Does it look like we're fucking falling off? Does it? Because I'll tell you this, my fucking haters will never show you guys this. The number one cornerstone when people talk shit about Fresh and Fit is they say they're demonetized and they fucked up the bag. No, you fucked up your bag. You want to know why? Because you base your brand around talking shit about us and putting out false information that we're broken, we're done. Meanwhile, I'm showing evidence contrary to your false accusation. So you're not credible. So actually what happened, ended up happening here is you fumbled the bag. Because now you can't keep making videos saying we're done and we're demonetized and we're poor. So the tables have turned. Flipped it on you, motherfucker. If any of you stupid fucks make another video saying we fell off, or they're broke, or they're desperate, or any of this other bullshit, I'm just going to show you this screenshot. And the funny part is this doesn't even account for my crypto portfolio. This doesn't account for my real estate, 21 properties. I control well over $10 million in real estate. Guys, some of it owned outright. Some of it with a loan where I put 20, 25% down. Some of them I own outright. This doesn't include my index funds, my cryptocurrency, all the stuff that I taught you guys doesn't include any of that. And this is just one of our accounts. This doesn't account for fresh as shit. So I want to ask you guys really, to all the haters out there, Abba and Preach, I made $1 million off them. Well, guess what, motherfucker? We've made way more than you. And I actually know how much money they made last year. Doesn't even come close. I actually know how much they made last year. Don't ask me how I know. But what I can tell you guys is that we're lapping them financially. As much as they sit there and say, we're monetized, ha ha ha, Fresh and Fit, you're not monetized. We make money and you don't, ha ha ha. Really? Really? We make just as much as, if not more than you guys, and we can say whatever the fuck we want to say. Ooh, that burns, doesn't it? Ooh, that hurts, doesn't it, guys? Ooh. Y'all thought Fresh and Fit was out. Down and out. Ooh. Seething right now, right? You guys thought we were done. We're breaking up. It's a wrap. The controversies come out. Some Asian bitch comes out and says that Fresh got her pregnant. People say I'm a fraud. Say we're scammers. We had a yacht party that had no chicks there, right? We're crashing out. We're racists. We fucked ourselves up talking about a certain topic. I would rather make this amount of money and have my soul and my principles and be able to say what I want to say than make 100 million and be terrified to talk about anything real. Our authenticity and polarizing nature is how we got here. So I'll be fucking damned if we're gonna water our shit down when we've been keeping it real with you guys the whole time. We keep it real with you guys on money, on women, on fitness, on geopolitics, on culture, foreign policy, everything we keep it real with you guys. Networking, buying cars, getting your credit up, we keep it real. So I want all of my haters. If you're watching right now, some of you bitch ass niggas are probably watching this right now trying to get a clip to put in your stupid ass video. We're going to use jump cuts and stupid editing to make us look crazy. Show this. Because 99% of my detractors that talk shit don't make this kind of money. And y'all niggas are monetized, and we're not. So who's the real fucking loser? Who gets the real last laugh? I'm Nelson on you motherfuckers. I'm gonna kill you guys with my success and not mention you guys by name unless you're anus in reach in the process. This is what we did last year. This year I'm taking over. We're gonna triple this shit this year, motherfuckers. Whether we're monetized or not, because I will not fucking lose. 2025 is our year, and if I don't die, you guys are gonna get fucking fried. One more time for y'all niggas. If I don't die, you niggas are getting fried. Y'all niggas better hope somebody JFKs me. You guys better fucking hope someone does some crazy shit to me, man. Because as long as I'm breathing, we in. So, I wanted to show you guys this, not for my bragging abilities, not for me to just boast or whatever. I want you guys to take this and understand that no one can fucking stop you guys. Some of you guys probably work in a workplace right now where everyone hates on you and is jealous. Talk shit about you because you're a good performer. Or they're envious of something you got. I'm here to tell you guys, envy is a natural human trait, and people are always going to hate on people that are successful. If you're dealing with some hate right now, you're dealing with some criticism, I'm in the same boat as you guys. But you can't fucking give up. You kill them with your fucking kindness. Excuse me. You kill them with your success. So, yeah, guys. And also, I wanted to say the most important thing for all you guys that have been watching us for a while and didn't believe the bullshit rumors and everything else. I want to say thank you to you guys from the bottom of my heart, because the only reason we're able to do what we do is because of awesome supporters like you guys. That's why I fight so hard to never fucking sell out. That's why I fight so hard to tell you guys the truth, no matter the cost. That's why I fight so hard to give you guys engaging and entertainment content, entertaining content that's both educational and entertaining. Do I use some racial jokes every now and then? Of course. Am I offensive? Yes. Do I use shock jock tactics? Yes. But I'm not bought. You can't put a price on that, guys. Your favorite influencers, guys, can't say half the shit I say. And they're jealous about that. Because I've met them in person. They say all the time, I love your work. I wish I could say some of this shit. But, you know, I got a brand deal here. I got a brand deal there. I work with this guy. I can't say that. So, I'm good, bro. You guys know me. I don't got no fucking luxury cars or nothing. I wear the same shit every fucking day. All my money goes to real estate and cryptocurrency, man. And investing. That's why I'm so fucking hell-bent on teaching you guys this stuff. Commercial deal. Gonna close by the end of this month. Working on that episode with you for you guys right now. First commercial deal. Gonna walk you through it. So yeah. Thank you guys so much. Rant over. Just wanted to give you guys a little bit of fucking motivation on a Money Monday that no one can fucking stop you guys. No one can stop you. If you put your mind to it, truly no one can stop you. All right, let me just get a water real quick. Give me 1 second, guys. I'm gonna get a water, another energy drink, and then we're gonna keep cooking. I've only slept like 2 or 3 hours, but we're still going, baby. Give me 1 sec, chat. Okay. Oh, well, can you help me with like organizing those? Kind of like just look at my YouTube channel. I don't know how to do it, bro. Yeah, but I didn't create the playlist. Or you can make it even simpler, bro. Just make it like political commentary and true crime. can make one of them. No. Play with someone. Simple. All right. Sorry about that, chat. I had to go get my watermelon monster to flex on all the FBAs that constantly are mad that I say racist shit, right? Because they have they're pussies. But yeah, let's go ahead and react to this new development, guys. Okay, with what's going on. Hold on. Why is this shit? Tab might be muted. Yeah, there we go. Oh, let me read chats before we start. All right, let me just move my ugly mug out the way. All right, so we got here, Tyzon Horton says, W. Myron, I'm tired of the haters always making hit pieces on Fresh. Myron and the team working, making them look bad. All the value these guys put out is always looked away because of one or two stupid-ass hater clip. Some bullshit. Shout out to Cast Club and Fresh Fit team. Thank you for everything you do, Don DeMarco. Yeah, bro. Like, these niggas are losers, man. They really are. I got a funny video play for y'all after that. First, FNF brand does not compromise like all these hit channels, and it burns. Yep. We truly are independent. If anything, getting demonetized, guys, was probably one of the best things that happened to us because now we're not beholden to YouTube. You know what I mean? It'd be great to get our monetization back, but if we don't, we'll be fine. Martin, you invite Nico for after hours later? He's back in Miami. I know he's with Aiden. I think they're streaming right now. I could ask him. Ken Rose 07, shout out to you. Ricky Spanish says, don't know if anyone caught this, but Gary pulled what a typical 3 or 4 does. I don't have trouble with women. I have the exception as he is a podcast. Okay. No disrespect to Andrew, but if he's a double 4, I see why he's resistant to this. 4s are mostly fixed to attach correlation are not the most good faith. Gary almost time to shed that skin. Okay. Why is this guy your manager again? He's lame as fuck. Actually, Gary's a cool guy, bro. He really does care about us, bro. He helps us out. So, the guy gives a shit about us, man. Gary, the circumcised guy, bro. The numbers 13, 25, 69, all 8s. This guy talking about Dr. Spec. I'm not even going to show that shit on screen. All right. Let's go ahead and get into it, chat, with these new developments here. You guys are watching, please like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already.
Counterterrorism operations for the
Myron Gaines X, Rumble and YouTube. Pinned at the top on Rumble. Follow that channel.
PD and Fox News contributor Paul Morrow. Paul, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Listen, the FBI says today, hey, we've done a good job. We've thwarted 2 of these attacks, but the enemy, they only have to be right once. We have to be right every time. Do you think D.C. is prepared with everything coming up for if someone does get through with bad intent and the means to do bad things?
Here's how I would make this very pointed. This is going to come down to leadership. Think about the disparate agencies that are almost certainly going to be involved here, right? You have DHS, you have FBI, you're going to have Metro DCPD, you're going to have the Capitol Police, you're going to have Federal Parks Police. You have all these different agencies coming together. You got to make sure everybody's in sync. And here's a subtlety. Are the civilians in? Okay, a big part of this kind of operation is the civilian analysts. They're one of the great force multipliers. You hear about it all the time in the intelligence community. Our civilians keep us synchronized. They take all this disparate information. They're the ones who produce those threat products that we hear about, those bulletins that come out. Those come from civilians almost 95% of the time. Are they in? Because the last audit we heard, there was, what, 1% in if you take out the security guards and the gun carriers? So are they in? Is this being organized? Are all ships at sea being activated here to make sure that this upcoming series of events, which there's a number of them, we're coming into that season here, are all hands on deck, and is everybody pulling in the same direction?
Paul, we're 4 years now tomorrow, January 6, 2021. Tomorrow will be January 6, 2025. We still don't know why there were 26 confidential human sources on the ground there at the Capitol. Are we ever going to get any answers on that?
Happy January 6th, by the way, chat. Happy January 6th.
Why do the FBI have so many people there, and why don't we know exactly why they were there?
You really got to drill down to the ground level to find out who these sources were, who was running them. Remember, sources are just not out there running around on their own. There's somebody assigned to, quote-unquote, handle that person, known as a handler, okay? Were the 23 who were not activated and purposely sent to the Capitol, were they told to go? Who paid for their care and feeding? If they didn't go, well, then were they being handled? And then there's even a larger question. Think about this now. You had over 24 sources, right? That argues that at least 26 different FBI agents were handling these sources for God knows for how long, at how much expense. How did they not pick up that this was going to happen? If that's how I ran my unit and I had that level of penetration in place and I got no indicia of the fact that something like what occurred was coming, I'd have been walking a foot post. I think that's a really salient question we have to ask ourselves. I don't like treating counterterrorism and this kind of prophylactic work as zero sum.
Yeah.
You can always miss something.
Yeah.
But that said, with this level of penetration, you got to say to yourself, guys, how'd you miss it?
Well, Paul, speaking of counterterrorism, we're learning more about the suspect in the New Orleans terror attack. The FBI is now releasing new video of Shamsud Din Jabbar hours
Oh shit, look at this.
before he allegedly killed 14 people on New Year's Day. Authorities also revealing that the suspect made 2 recent visits to New Orleans to scope out the eventual crime scene. This new video shows him using Meta smart glasses to record a bike ride along Bourbon Street just months before the tragedy. And the FBI is looking even further back, now investigating his 2023 visits to Cairo and Canada.
We are looking to get some clarity on as to the purpose and reasoning behind each of those individual trips. Our agents are getting answers as to where he went, who he met with, and how those trips may or may not.
Okay, this is a special agent in charge of the FBI. I think we looked him up last time, guys. This guy's ATF, I could tell from the pin on his badge. Then this guy, I don't know what that is. But yeah, this is definitely a bureau. This is ATF.
Tie into his actions.
You know, Paul, from the information that we've gathered, whether it's accessing ISIS paraphernalia online, purchasing material for IED, and now this new information about his recent travel, what do you make of it?
So the travel is concerning, obviously. The first thought I had when I saw Egypt was that it's very close to Gaza, all right? And so, you know, is there any indication that he was in Gaza at any point or anything like that? There's no such indication. I'm just speculating. What concerns me more, actually, is Canada, and that's just because of proximity, right? What was he doing in Canada, and why was he there? Now, according to the brother's timeline, this would precede his quote-unquote joining ISIS, right? The brother said it was before last summer. So maybe at this point he wasn't fully radicalized. Maybe the trips were benign, okay? We really don't know. This is where I come down to the idea that I was saying earlier about it's tough to hold the counterterrorism operators to a zero-sum standard because, you know, if he took 2 trips that were relatively benign, if he was very cautious about how he bought what he bought, and if he used some encrypted apps, et cetera, because of our First Amendment system, it's very, very tough to pick these kinds of things up.
Yeah, guys, encrypted apps, as much as people think, are actually really hard to crack, man. They are not easy. I mean, when I was on a job, WhatsApp and all this other shit was very tough to crack. You would need the physical device there a lot of the times to get the messages.
Not going to get them all. In this case, where you really have to look is at the ground level security.
That's like one of the biggest misconceptions when it comes to like tinfoil hat guys. Like, oh, the government can't do this, bro. Like, trust me, a Cellbrite can only take you so fucking far. And a Cellbrite, guys, is a piece of technology that you basically. Okay, do y'all want me to go through? Because this is a whole. I just realized if I go into this, it's kind of like a little side thing. Do you guys want me to explain how data is extracted from phones? Give me ones if you guys want me to, or we keep doing this coverage. One, if you guys want me to explain how phones are extracted. 2, if you guys want me to just keep going. Because I have explained this before, and it is a bit nuanced, and I don't want to derail the stream. So let me see what you guys want. Looking at the chats. All right. All right, looks like you guys want it. So, hold on, let me go back here. All right, so the way it works is this, guys. So the Cellbrite, right, is this device right here. I'm gonna pull it up for you guys. So, this is it right here, right? Cellbrite. It's basically like a forensic. It's like a machine, right? Let me see if I could show an image of one. Yeah, it's headquartered in Israel too, which makes it even funnier. The fuck, man. All right, let me if I hit an image. Okay, whatever. Let me show if I can get you. All right, so boom. All right, so this is what a Cellbrite looks like, right? So what this thing basically does is, right, is it extracts data from a phone. right? It dumps, it's called a phone dump. We used to call that in law enforcement. So you attach the phone to it and it extracts all the data, text messages, pictures, video, contacts, social media profiles, logins, all this shit, right? And it puts it, what ends up happening is a Cellbrite extracts all the information and it puts a nice little report for you so you can go through and look at everything, right? For the agent. So a certified forensic agent, AKA a CFA, will use a Cellbrite, extract the data, and then he'll go ahead and give it to the case agent, right? So like if I had a case, I had a phone that I seized from a bad guy, I'd bring it down to the computer lab. There'd be certified forensic agents that are there. They typically don't carry cases, and they just do this shit all day. So I give him that, he extracts the data for me, and then he gives me a report that has everything there, right? So I go through the report and get all the information. Now here's the problem. When it comes to Cellbrite, if you don't have the passcode of the phone, it's a lot harder to break into it, right? And iPhones actually are one of the hardest to break, right? So, because the technology of Cellbrite is almost always 1 or 2 generations behind the phone. So that puts it in a kind of weird spot because the data is almost, the government's always lagging. So I remember when I was on a job, like iPhone 10s were a nightmare to fucking open. Right? Any of these things with like a face recognition, they're a nightmare to get open. So now, is all lost if you don't have the code? No. If you don't have the code, you can still attach the phone to the Cellbrite, but what's going to happen is the Cellbrite is going to slowly decode the passcode. But this could take hours, days, weeks, months. Hell, in some cases, if the phone has like a very long password, it could take years, guys. And the reason why is because when Cellbrite is like trying to decode the code, what it's doing is it's doing it in a surreptitious manner to not alert the phone to close down. As you guys know, most phones have like an auto locking or auto wipe feature where if you put in the code 10 times, the phone starts to wipe itself. So what Cellbrite does, it's such a, you know, sophisticated piece of technology, it does that but secretly. But the caveat to that, though you're able to extract it without getting the phone deleted, the caveat to that is it's extremely fucking slow, right? So that is how the feds get into phones, and that is how it's very difficult. If they don't have the passcode for the phone, it takes them a while. This is the problem they were encountered with Matthew Crooks. So they were able to get into Matthew Crooks' phone, but they had to send it to Quantico. Matthew Crooks, the guy that tried to kill Trump, by the way, in Butler, Pennsylvania. They were able to send it to Quantico to get it looked at, but it took them days to be able to get the phone unlocked and look through everything. Give me ones in the chat if that all makes sense, guys. Give me ones in the chat if that makes sense. You learn something new. Ones in the chat. And if you're confused, give me a 2 and say why you're not. Why you are confused. I'm looking at the chat. 1 if you get it and you learn something new. 2 if you're confused. Someone said 2 Joy Taylor. I don't know what that means. 2 I have 65 IQ. Okay. Thank you for the explanation. Got it. That's what I'm here for, man. I love y'all niggas, man. Okay, 2. Can you get around this by destroying the phone, Myron? Yes, you can. But remember, if law enforcement has your phone, like, they're not going to destroy it, guys. They're going to keep it intact. They're not going to destroy it. Because remember, this is after they take your phone. So yes, if you get caught by the feds, don't have your phone on you. Because they're going to take it and they're going to put it in airplane mode, or they're going to put it in a Faraday bag. And a Faraday bag is a bag that like basically immediately puts the phone into airplane mode so it can't be remotely deleted. Okay, someone said 2, you didn't explain it well. Well, I think you're just stupid. Someone said 2 on black. You niggas, man. All right.
Of the instance itself, of the event.
Does it work on an unplugged phone? I don't know what you mean by it. Does it work on an unplugged phone? The phone has to be plugged into the Cellbrite to extract the data.
Of New Year's Day.
Yeah.
That's not the Bureau, that's the local PD.
But it seems like the intelligence gaps. If he was accessing any of this online, which it seems like that's how a lot of people get radicalized.
No
like,
question.
How did they miss that?
So the best way to get that.
Also, guys, do me a solid, man. We got almost 1,800 you guys watching on YouTube. Please like the video. Let's go up in the algorithm. We're going to be streaming 5 p.m. every day. We're going to be cooking. We're going to be taking over. 3 streams today coming up. Like the video for me, guys. Let's hit 1,000. Let's hit 1,500. We're at 958 right now. Let's hit 1,500.
kind of stuff is on the other end, because you can't look at everybody in America's social media all the time. We don't have the resources, and again, there's a continuum in a First Amendment society, which is our strength, right? It's what really makes our system unique. It's also our greatest vulnerability. There's a continuum where you're allowed to do.
Oh, someone said react to Joy Taylor, Fox Sports Stat. All right, let me look this
You're
up.
allowed to do it. Now you're into something.
And then we got to do Money Monday soon after this, guys.
Something else we need to look at you. That gray spot right there, that sweet spot for investigators is very tough to hit. It's very lawyered, and that really is the difficulty.
Yep.
Yeah, and we're also following the explosion outside the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas. An ex-girlfriend of the Green Beret who allegedly blew up the Cybertruck says he struggled with injuries and was depressed. And according to a U.S. Army spokesperson, the suspect frequently used the Army's mental health resources, adding, quote, he did not display any concerning behaviors at the time and was granted personal leave. All relevant records were provided to the FBI as the lead investigative agency. You know, this is so different, Paul.
Oh, okay. I know who this chick is, guys. I actually commented on a clip from Twitter. So, okay, I got y'all niggas. I'll react to this for you guys. No problem. Right after we finish this.
And the only thing that was coincidental was
Let's go, Chad. We cooking. Are you not entertained? Cover debates. Help y'all niggas make money. Comment on, you know, true crime. You're not fucking entertained, bro. We're taking over 2025.
day
I'll do Joy Taylor right after this.
that these two events occurred. This is a personal tragedy, isn't it?
Yeah, it does look that way. Those of us who were commenting on the two events subsequent to them were saying that, you know, they feel different. They don't feel linked. The motive doesn't seem to be a commonality between the two of them. This looked to me right off the bat as a message suicide, right? And one of the facts, and we have to deal with facts now, there's been a lot of supposition. One of the facts that's undeniable here is that there does seem to have been a triggering event, and that was a relationship, which is very often the case. So
yeah, they're alleging that the kid, his kid, didn't match his DNA, and they're saying that might be the reason why he did what he did. But no one really knows, guys. No one really knows. But that's the rumors coming out, is that his kid, his wife more than likely cheated on him because the kid ain't his, which that's terrible, bro. He got cucked like that. But that's the reality for a lot of military guys, bro. They're never home.
I would argue
girls do some
that we
thot shit.
have a PTSD situation, something relative to his relationship going south. Apparently there was a big argument about infidelity, etc. And apparently he didn't really seem to want to hurt anybody or that many people. It wasn't like a terrorist event where he was trying to get a body count, because for a guy who has sophisticated training, it was a very unsophisticated device, and it really didn't do a lot of damage, thank God. So it seems to me...
Yeah, I don't think his intention was to kill people either, guys. I think he was just trying to send a message. I don't think this guy... Because if he was trying to kill people, bro, like, the guy's literally, like, I think he was a Green Beret or SF or something like that. Like, the dude is literally like a trained murderer, so like, or a trained killer. If you want to really, he could have launched some real damage if that was his intention. I do think that he's just trying to send a message.
Like a very different...
About these drones and shit like that.
Kind of a...
Which, if you guys saw my episode with Sean Ryan, we talked about this.
Event. The first thing I thought of was the Major Nadal Hassan event in Fort Hood, where the Bureau, the local JTTF, and by the way, the Army investigators had indications of his radicalization. This was during the Obama years, and they stepped back from it for PC reasons. Can't afford that kind of thing anymore. So I don't know that that's what went on here, but I just hope going forward the Army is sensitized to the idea of people who are maybe struggling, and they leave where they are, they go home because he was on leave, right? Maybe you got to make sure somebody knows, somebody locally, make sure you stay in touch with them. I don't know if the Bureau, if the Army has a program like that, but it looks like he was suffering and then he was on his own.
We also have to improve the culture they come home to, improve the VA system, and stop allowing people to kneel when you have the national anthem, and stop having defund the police movements and everything else that comes along with it. They go...
Al, she was great.
Yeah. Oh, Trudeau resigned as well. Yo, Canada finally taking their country back. Yeah, dude. I mean, look, I disagree with kneeling, right? But it is the freedom of speech, and that means you have to protect freedom of speech and expression even if you don't like it. But I do think it's deplorable to do that. So, all right, so this girl comments this shit, right? And she's all over the news right now. Apparently, Fox Sports' Joy Taylor slept with an NFL star, Emmanuel Echo, and network exec, right? This comes from the Daily Mail right here. We'll read this, then we'll react to this video. FS1 host Joy Taylor used sexual relationship with an ex-NFL star co-host Emmanuel Echo and network executive Charlie Dixon to further her career, according to the bombshell lawsuit facing a number of sports media biggest names. What's more, the glory. What's up, Mo?
Oh, so I wanted to hear your.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's more, the glamorous 37-year-old broadcaster allegedly schemed to protect her job at the network. And by the way, guys, we're going to do Money Monday at around 7:45. Is Frank there?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. If he's with you, that's fine. What's more, Mo's here, by the way, guys, if you're wondering who I'm talking to. What's more, the glamorous 37-year-old broadcaster allegedly schemed to protect her job at the network by fabricating a sexual misconduct allegation against Dixon, a Fox Sports executive vice president in charge of talent. Once Mr. Dixon was no longer useful to Taylor, she would follow through on her plan to tell the company that he forced himself on her, reads a portion of the lawsuit filed Friday in Los Angeles Superior Court on behalf of ex-FS1 stylist Nushin Faraj. Taylor Dixon, former FS1 host Skip Bayless, and the Fox Corporation are named in Faraji's lawsuit, much of which focused on allegations of sexual harassment, sexual battery, negligent supervision, retaliation, and other hostile workplace issues between 2012 and August 2024. Bayless is accused of offering $1.5 million to Faraji for sex, while Dixon is accused of groping the stylist's buttocks. That's funny. Taylor herself is accused of dismissing Faraji's complaints about sexual harassment against Bayless and Dixon, telling this hairstylist to get over it. But in addition to those allegations are Faraji's claims that Taylor leveraged sex to advance her career, first with Dixon and then with Aiko, the retired NFL linebacker. Oh, man. Holy, this is a fucking mess, isn't it? With Dixon, Faraji began to suspect that he and Taylor were having an affair in 2016, despite both being married at the time. In approximately May 2016, Miss Taylor asked Miss Faraji to meet her for a drink. In Santa Monica, read the lawsuit obtained by DailyMail.com. When Faraji arrived, she found Miss Taylor with an older man, Fox Sports Executive Vice President of Content, Mr. Dixon. As Executive Vice President, Mr. Dixon is responsible for overseeing all content production on FS1. Miss Faraji, however, did not know Mr. Dixon. Mr. Bayless later disclosed to Miss Faraji that he did not want Miss Taylor on the show, but Mr. Dixon was adamant that Miss Taylor should star. The filing reads, at first, Mr. Dixon arranged a dinner between Mr. Bayless and Miss Taylor, where she arrived in provocative clothing and acted in a provocative manner. When that did not change Mr. Bayless's opinion of Miss Taylor, Mr. Dixon asked him to approve of her as a favor to him. Reluctantly, Mr. Bayless agreed to do so as a favor for his friend. Taylor was soon split with her husband, Richard Giannotti, who is not named in the lawsuit. According to Faraji, it was because Taylor's now ex discovered proof of her infidelity. Around August 2016, Miss Faraji attended a dinner with Miss Taylor and her husband and Mr. Dixon and his wife. Man, this is fucking messy, bro. This is like a whole fucking love triangle. Can't even keep track of all the bullshit. What the fuck, man? Let's see if there's a YouTube video that makes this shit simpler. What the hell, man?
I want to make an add to this.
All right, go ahead.
A lot of the co-workers, colleagues, and former co-workers and colleagues between Fox Sports and ESPN are not on Joy Taylor's side.
Say that again. Say it to Mike.
A lot of the co-workers, former and current colleagues of Joy Taylor, or between ESPN and Fox Sports, are not on Joy Taylor's side. They don't basically believe it.
They don't believe it, right?
Yeah. Or at worst,
because it was all good and dandy when she was moving up, right?
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
At worst, they all believe it's more consensual than anything.
And she's now using this because she didn't get her way.
Yes.
Okay. Who's her main, what's her main anger directed towards this? Skip Bayless or the Dixon guy?
Both.
Both?
Yes.
But didn't Skip Bayless, he didn't do nothing with her, did he? Skip Bayless. At least the Daily Mail didn't.
It's all alleged. There's no indication. There's no proof.
But is there allegations that Skip Bayless did something to her too?
Just the offering money for sexual favors, $1.5 million.
But isn't that behalf on somebody else?
No.
Or was it for him?
For him.
Okay. Daily Mail didn't put that there. All right. So he offered her 1.5 mil to smash, allegedly, and the other dude was groping her.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Because the Daily Mail had that shit all with Dixon, Skip Bayless, her, another bitch. Like, it's a whole fucking love triangle.
This is all fresh and new. Like, they're starting to cover it today. Like the last hour.
Okay. Yeah, because I saw it, the lawsuit came out, but no one really gave details.
Because a lot of people are coming to defense of Skip Bayless, saying that's not him. That's not what he does. He's not like that.
Okay.
Even Stephen A. just said he doesn't know the details, but he knows Skip Bayless is not like that.
To offer 1.5 M for sex. Yeah. Okay. All right. Interesting.
That's all.
And I'll give my, because from what I read, I mean, okay, let me watch this video with the chat and then, yeah.
I gotta go back to the second.
So John Taylor named the Fox Sports harassment lawsuit, Joy Taylor. Thanks for that clarification, Mo. Mo's a big sports guy, guys, so shout out to him. All right, this shit trash. What the fuck, bro? I don't want to see this.
Address the elephant in the room. You're trending on Twitter. That ain't got nothing to do with me. Guys, the news of the day, absolutely, it doesn't. What y'all want me to say?
That ain't got nothing to do with us.
Yeah, that ain't got nothing to do with me. So,
Yeah, see, bro, this guy, he ain't gonna, look, I like Shannon Sharp, bro. Not gonna lie. I do like him. I don't have a problem with the guy. But if you guys want to talk about someone that's like super fucking politically correct and like my only intention is to make money doing podcasting, I'm not going to give no real takes. That's this nigga right here. Like, bro, this guy, again, not coming from a position of hate. I'm just being objective and calling it like it is, bro. When I think NPC, this is what comes to mind. This is a dude that will never talk about feminism. He'll never talk about geopolitics. He'll never talk about politics. He'll never give hard takes on anything cultural. He ain't doing it, bro. He's going to give the centrist / leftist view on almost every single situation, bro. I hate to say it, but like this dude is like he is an embodiment of the Matrix, guys. Keep it 1,000 with y'all. This is a guy that is like completely safe, no brand risk, super clean publicly. Guys like this got publicists, bro. Niggas like this got publicists. Everything they do, their publicist tells them to do. So you better not be going to this nigga for any like advice or hard takes or any of that other shit, bro. Just keeping it all the way a buck. You guys agree? I want to see if you guys agree. I'm gonna do a poll.
I watch him often. I agree.
You agree? Yeah, Mo, you watch it, right? Because you're a sports nigga, so.
I watch Shannon Sharp often. I confirm you're correct.
Yeah, bro, because I've seen like some of his interview. Like, if you even go down the road of feminism or anything that's right-leaning, he shuts that shit immediately. Like, no, women are cool. Oh, yeah, no, they can work. Oh.
He just had on CM Punk last night.
Oh, he did?
Yeah.
Is CM
Punk.
Was CM Punk like some radical liberal or some shit?
No. Well, it's neither is, like, they try to keep it center or off political stuff. They only talk about just wrestling career, like.
Okay, so CM Punk didn't talk about nothing taboo, right?
No.
Yeah. He's still in the WWE, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so he's probably under contract.
Because this is actually the first day today that WWE is going to be live streaming on Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
So
then,
tonight is
yeah,
Monday
they probably
Night Raw.
gave them niggas rules. You can't talk about politics. You can't talk about culture. You can't talk about none of this shit.
Only strictly wrestling.
Only wrestling.
Yeah.
See, and guys, this is the other. So okay, let me break down fame for you niggas, right? You got YouTubers like us, right, that are big, but like reckless, right? You got guys like us that are like big but reckless, right? I would consider myself a brand risk type nigga. Let's just be honest, right? Like mainstream platforms are gonna be really scared to have me on. The only way a mainstream platform would have me on is they would need to bring someone that's an antagonist and have us debate, right? So like, you basically get put like in your bad guy arc, right? Then you got people that are huge, that are very politically correct, that got publicists, they don't say nothing off script, they stay away from politics, they stay away from hot button topic issues like abortion or religion or feminism or any of this other shit, right? They stay away from that shit. And they strictly talk about stuff that is centrist. And you'll notice a lot of people in the sports world are like this. They're super, you'll put it this way, you don't know where they stand politically. And that's by design, right? Like someone like a Shannon Sharp or like a Chad Ochocinco, I don't know who these niggas voted for. Because they're so ambiguous when they do their podcast and stay away from that shit that you really don't know where they lean. And that's literally by design. So one of the most telltale ways to tell someone's a bot is if they avoid hot button issues. Or by listening to them, you can't tell where they stand politically. So I like Shannon, but bot, bro, bot. And a lot of YouTubers are like this. All the top YouTubers that are huge, they're all like this. Like, I hate to say it, I'll just say it. Like Graham Stephan, bro, he's like this. Bro, nigga was terrified to have us on the show. When we did the iced coffee hour, bro, they were fucking sweating bullets putting that video out, bro. Like, bro, like, they put a whole disclaimer before the video. Like, bro, them niggas was like, but it was a good discussion. It's one of their most viewed videos. But, yeah, bro, like nah. Graham Stephan is like that. You know what I mean? He's, again, there's people you go to for advice, and then there's people you go to just for some of their commentary, but but they're not gonna have any serious takes. You know what I mean?
Oh, there's nothing to address.
Yeah, there's nothing to address because you know it'll fuck up your bottom line, Shannon. Let's keep it 1,000.
I don't know why everybody if you notice, everybody's posted it. They got me. In the 42 pages, it don't mention nothing about Shannon Sharp did anything. But y'all want to get clicks, so y'all mention me.
Well, they want to mention you because they want to see if you're going to step up and stand by your boy Skip Bayless. That's why they're mentioning you, Shannon. Right? But clearly, for you, the money's more important. And that's fine. That's fine. But that's why everyone's mentioning you, bro. See, like, he's trying to play dumb. Why niggas are constantly mentioning. Bro, they're mentioning you because you work there. You have intimate knowledge of what's going on. Skip Bayless is supposed to be your boy. Mo, isn't Skip Bayless and Shannon friends? Mo. Aren't Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp friends?
Not friends, but they don't talk bad at each other.
Okay, so they got a professional relationship.
There was some bad blood, but it's not professional relationship. They're not close.
Okay, that's why he's not coming to his aid then.
Probably.
Yeah, that's why. Okay.
But they're not talking. But they're supposed to not talk bad about each other for any reason.
Okay. Do you think he's still like under like an ESPN agreement where he can't talk about nothing? You think maybe?
Shannon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. That's a hell yeah.
So he probably has an NDA in place. That's why he's not talking.
Hell yes.
Okay.
And that's just what I wouldn't know. He's not gonna say it, but hell yes.
Okay. You think that's another reason why he's so politically correct and shit?
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because I've watched a couple of his podcasts, bro. It's actually really impressive to see how this nigga dances around shit.
Disney,
bro, he's like Neo in the Matrix. Oh, what's your thoughts on women working? Oh, yeah, I think they should. Like, he be dodging shit, man.
You know, Disney owns ESPN.
And who owns Disney?
Oh, my God. No, I'm out.
Bro, every single time, chat. Come on, man. This shit is too easy. Let's have a little bit of fun.
Right.
Hold on. Okay, who's the owner of Disney? Let's see here. It looks like what the fuck? Someone's gonna put his name in here. I forgot his name. Oh, Robert Iger. Damn, okay, yeah. Now, sorry, guys. Yeah, he's the CEO and chairman of Disney, right? Let's look at Robert Iger. Do I even need to say anything at this point, chat? Do I even need to say anything at this point, bro? Bruh. Ah, man, this shit is pure entertainment. All right, so let's go ahead and react to this clip here of this chick. I'm gonna close the stream down, guys, because Bill's gonna be here soon. We got to do Fresh Fit After Hours. Sorry, Fresh Fit Money Monday. But bruh, this shit is comedy, man. Look at this. Joy Taylor are working in public sports media.
Wake up call, same time. How would I not know how hard it is to do the show I work on? You have to constantly reaffirm that you are good enough, that you belong there, and then always prove it. So I would just always say you gotta do twice the work to get half the opportunity. But that, to me, the mentality I've always had on it is that's just gonna make me better. So that's why I'm excellent, because I had to be. I couldn't be average. I couldn't be okay. I couldn't be late. I couldn't complain. I couldn't say no. Now I do. Wake up call, same time. How would I not?
See, I find it interesting that she's saying this, bro, because this is what I tweeted, right? You wouldn't have got the opportunity in the first place if you weren't a woman. Women live life on easy mode and think it's hard when they get hired just for being a female. LOL. And here's the fun. You guys want to hear something funny? This is the funny part. I didn't read the Daily Mail article when I tweeted this shit. I tweeted this shit just off of me knowing how these Me Too cases always end up. Like, I didn't even know that they brought her in as a favor to the other guy and Skip Bayless did it reluctantly. I didn't even know that before when I made this tweet, chat. Hand to the man. I did not know that this girl got an opportunity with Skip Bayless on the behalf of somebody else. I did not know that. But how is it that I was able to accurately predict that without even reading the story? I don't miss, bro. I really don't. These Me Too cases always end up the same. Especially when it's like a situation like this where they're trying to make an argument that some person of power levers their power for sexual favors. No, bro. It goes like this. Woman gets job because she's hot or she has preferential hiring practices. This is a black woman, colored. She's literally a DEI hire, DEI dream. She checks so many boxes, female, African-American, minority, all that shit, right? She gets the job.
And brother's an NFL Hall of Famer.
Boom, right? So she gets the opportunity that most other people aren't going to get just because of who she is. She gets that position. She climbs the ranks, doesn't get what she wants, and then what happens? Oh, Me Too allegation. Y'all niggas don't want to promote me? Bet. I'm going to burn the whole ship down alongside it. How many times have we seen this play out, bro? Women don't get the outcome that they want, so they come out with a Me Too shit. They're going to get their pound of flesh. And here's the thing. The reason why this Me Too era is so fucking popular and why so many women do it is because they don't get held accountable for doing it, chat. They almost never get punished for this shit. They just don't. If you're a woman in 2024, you can literally make egregious allegations towards any man, slander him, file a lawsuit, let it hit the news, destroy his reputation, and you're not going to deal with no criminals fucking, you're not going to deal with any criminal liability. And if the dude that you accuse has money and he's petty, he'll come back and sue you. But that doesn't make sense because we all know lawsuits are expensive. And a lot of times these women that make these accusations are broke. So it's not even worth it to go after them for destroying your reputation. The damage is already done. And they ain't going to pay you. Unless you're a Johnny Depp, right? Because I guarantee you when Johnny Depp went to his lawyer and said, look, I want to sue this girl or we got this, situation. Like, he knew he was not going to profit from suing Amber Heard. It wasn't about the money. It was about principle. And very few men, let me make this explicitly clear, very few men that have the ability to fight these Me Too cases, very few men that get hit with these Me Too cases have the ability to actually fight off these Me Too cases. Let alone do it for sport like he did. Johnny Depp did it to save his image, and he had the expendable income to do it. But regular niggas don't have that ability. And he also got lucky because that Me Too trial was widely publicized, and he was able to win the public affair. But he lost money doing it, chat. Make no fucking mistake about it. He lost brand deals. He lost sponsorships, right? I think one of the fragrances he had stuck by him, but everybody else dropped him. He lost roles for the Pirates of the Caribbean. Then he had to spend millions of dollars to sue her. And I think, what did he win? Like $1 million, $2 million? Bro, that doesn't cover a fraction of what he lost. He did it straight on principle. So if Johnny Depp wasn't profitable doing this shit, and he has all the money to get the best lawyers, what the fuck makes you think you're gonna fight a Me Too case? And that's why broads like this come out with Me Too, because they know at the end of the day, if they don't win and get the money, nothing's gonna happen to them. Zero repercussions, zero consequence. That's where we are. Believe all women. Believe all women. That's where we are, guys. It's fucking ridiculous. So, yeah, man, that's kind of, I'll land it there, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. We covered the terrorism case update. We did a debate on numerology. We covered the Joy Taylor thing. Might do a deeper, as more information comes out, we might do a deeper dive on this shit on Wednesday, for Womanizer Wednesday. But yeah, guys, wild shit, man. So we're gonna go do Fresh and Fit, guys. Money Monday here, probably within the next 20 minutes. I'm gonna end the stream here, and I'm gonna go walk Frank, and then I'll be back. Fresh and Fit, go to Fresh and Fit, guys. Also, just so you guys know, still running the promo, Castle Club Premium. We're running it it's gonna end this week. $65 for the month. It's gonna go up to $98 this week, probably after Wednesday. We got a bunch of emails, people asking to keep it longer. You get access to High Value Academy, which teaches you how to make money, get girls, dress well, get job interviews, all this shit. We've only released it once, $700, $800 value. You get it completely free when you get into Castle Club Premium. At the discounted rate, and you lock in that price. And if you want Castle Club Premium for a year, and you're already in Castle Club, $500. And you get access to High Value Academy absolutely free. And if you're not in Castle Club or Castle Club Premium, $900, you get both services. The DMs, the High Value Academy, and you get access to all the Zoom calls. If you're a regular Castle Club, you get access to all the content and the Zoom call, one Zoom call per week, open Q&A, typically after our Wednesday show. Premium, you get an extra Zoom call where we talk about certain topics, whether it's real estate, getting money, getting girls, fucking dating, Instagram, whatever you guys want. And we bring in an expert. We got a stock guy, we got a crypto guy, we got guys that are literally experts in shit. We bring in other big influencers into these things, Brandon Carter, people like that. Chris Crone. So you guys get access to multi-millionaires in different disciplines. All right? So, yeah, man. Get in while you guys can. Links are below. Whatever price point you want, at least get in at the $65 one, guys. Get the fucking High Value Academy. That's a steal. That's a no-brainer. At least get in at that cost. All right? You don't want the $500 for a year? No problem if you're already in Castle Club. If you don't want the Castle Club and the Premium together, which is a crazy fucking value, and the High Value Academy, fine. But at least get the $65 one. I don't want y'all to miss out, bro. Crazy deal. You get literally High Value Academy for $65 in the Zoom calls? Bro, you niggas are crazy if you don't sign up. But anyway, love y'all ninjas. Subscribe. I've got the links posted in the top. Follow me on Rumble. Let's see what we got on Rumble. The followers. Hold on one sec. All right, we gained another 200. Guys, let's run this shit up to 100K. All right? Gonna be going live Monday through Friday, 5 p.m. chat. With that, I'll end the stream. Love y'all ninjas. Money Monday coming up. Stay tuned. Go to Fresh and Fit. Coming up. We're gonna do a call-in show, Dave Ramsey style. Let's go. Peace.